7-fight card, including the most talked about, the most anticipated, the most heated battle maybe in recent Japanese mixed martial arts history, as Shinya Aoki prepares to defend his Dream Lightweight Championship against the crusher, Tatsuya Kawajiri. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Chevello. Fantastic to be with you here ringside once again for Dream 15, and what a card we have. It is stacked from top to tail. Joining me as always, my verbal sparring partner, Mr. Franco Trigo. Frank, great to be here with you again, brother. What a night we're in for. Dream 15 is going to be off the hook.
You know, really this time they've actually come together really strong with a great main event. I have to be honest with you, it's really tough to get guys that are this high caliber to fight each other all the time without there being a title fight on the line. You're talking about number 7, number 8, ranked, depending which ranking system you go through, these guys are the top of the cream positions that they have in this sport right now. Here's the flaw, though. Both these guys can win this fight at either position. Both these guys verbally have been sparring this whole time. We have to wait for the fight to actually happen to see what happens.
Okay, folks, let's take you through tonight's card because, as I said, 7 fights on the card, but it is stacked from top to tail. Kicking off the night, and this is going to be an interesting one, is Katsuhiro Nakamura takes on Karl Amoussou. Both of these men making their dream debut here tonight. You know Karl Amoussou as one of the top fighters globally on the M1 circuit. He is an absolute animal who a lot of people have called the next Wanderlei Silva. And indeed, Wanderlei Silva has said that Karl Amoussou, who fights in a very similar style to the Axe Murderer, is the future of mixed martial arts. Nakamura, though, as we know, a very spoiling fighter. He knows how to grind out decisions. Fight number 2 on the card, Mitsuhiro Ishida, the man they call the Endless Fighter, takes on DJ Daiki. DJ Daiki, we know what a good, powerful striker he is. His ground game is very improved, but Ishida is just a wrestling powerhouse. Ishida is old school Japanese mixed martial arts, and I'll tell you what, folks, when he peels off the t-shirt tonight, you are going to see a ripped, stripped and striated Ishida like you have never seen before as he drops down to featherweight for the first time in his dream career. Third fight on the card, Michihiro Omigawa. You know him as a Sengoku star. Tonight, he makes his debut for Dream. He takes on the little-known Korean Jung Jung. Jung Jung officially has a record of 0-2. And he's been knocked out in both of those fights. He comes in with odds off the charts here tonight. Maybe the longest outsider we have seen in mixed martial arts history. We thought we saw that in San Jose a couple of weeks ago when Cuddles fought Chris Cyborg, but I'm telling you, Jung Jung comes in as an even bigger underdog than Jan Finney did against Christine Cyborg Santos. Tatsuya Mizuno takes on Melvin Manhoef in the first of the semi-final rounds of the Dream Light Heavyweight Grand Prix. Mizuno has been training extensively with Matt Hume recently. He says he's got a game plan. He says he's watched over 100 hours of tape on Melvin Manhoef. I didn't know there was 100 hours of tape of Melvin Manhoef out there. I mean, Manhoef basically knocks out most of his opponents when he wins inside the first round. Mizuno says he has unraveled the riddle of how to beat Melvin Manhoef, and it may not necessarily be on the ground. That will be interesting to see. Also, looking to return to the winner's circle in a big way tonight, Gegard Mousasi. We saw him in Strikeforce last time out. He was defeated by King Mo Lawal and lost the Strikeforce title. Well, Mousasi now going after his second dream title. He's gone up from middleweight now to light heavyweight, where he truly does belong, taking on former UFC fighter Jake O'Brien. O'Brien, who we'll talk about in a moment, had a lot of trouble cutting weight overnight, and you've got to wonder, in the very humid conditions here in Japan, how is that going to weigh on Jake O'Brien? Then our semi-main event, the creepy smile of Katsunori Kikuno, the Kyokushin Karateka deep champion, takes on the returning Jay-Z Kelvin. You've got to love both of these men. You've got to love Jay-Z because he's a former 2-time K1 Heroes middleweight champion, but has been under a lot of injury over the last 18 months to 2 years. It's been a long time between drinks for Jay-Z, a long time since he's had a win. How will ring rust play on Jay-Z here tonight? And of course, once again, that main event, Shinya Aoki takes on the Crusher. Arch rivals about to throw down in center ring. There has never been as much smack talk between two Japanese fighters as there has been between Aoki and Kawajiri over recent months since this fight was announced. Trig, let's take a closer look here at Aoki versus Kawajiri. In one corner, Aoki, we know, the most sublime submission grappler probably in the world, takes on Kawajiri, who's what we call a wrestle boxer. The man is extremely powerful standing up, good boxer, fantastic rear leg ground kicks, goes on the ground and his ground and pound is superb. He can put an opponent on their back, keep them there and pound away from inside the half guard, which will be his strategy. How do you see this one playing out?
Well, if you look at Aoki, the last time he fought was April, I believe, and he fought Gil Melendez and got just a complete butt kicking. It wasn't even close any time, at any points on the card. Aoki just beat him up the entire, or Aoki got beat up the entire time. The problem tonight with fighting Kawajiri is that Kawajiri is the same style that Gilbert is. He's a boxer and a wrestler. He's a guy that's going to be able to keep you down and hold you down when he needs to, take it down and put you in a good spot to keep himself safe, as well as punch the crap out of you when you're on your feet. Aoki does not do well with this type of style, so you have to be really, really careful. But remember, Aoki is one quick omoplata, one quick go-go plata finish, one quick triangle away, one quick arm break away from being able to finish this fight. But you have to always look in favor of Kawajiri because styles still make the matchup in MMA today. And if you are a boxer and you are a wrestler, you're going to win 80% of your fights just by having those two things. Now, Kawajiri's really come across. He's really been pushing. As I said earlier, they've been winning the sparring wars with each other, trying to win the sparring wars with each other. I give Kawajiri a slight edge in this fight simply because, on one hand, he wants to prove to the American population that, hey, I am the next Japanese fighter that's going to come out there and prove that Japanese fighters can win in America, but I also am the guy that needs to go ahead and prove the establishment that I am the fighter in Japan that is the top of the heap in this weight class, and he wants to do it tonight against Aoki, and they really don't like each other, so it makes for a great firework type of fight tonight.
Certainly the bookmakers are having trouble calling this one as well. Kawajiri comes in at -125, Aoki at -105, but if you look at the various internet sites lately, you look at likes of Bloody Elbow and Sherdog and The Underground, a lot of people are favouring Kawajiri for the win over Aoki, believing that Aoki will get what we call Sakuride, which means he's going to take Aoki down, put him in a corner, get on top inside the half guard and simply pound on him like Sakurai did when he pounded out Aoki in, 27 seconds, although that was at a higher weight, Frank.
I do not see the fight going that way at all, actually. I know a lot of critics are saying, hey, this fight's going to be over very, very quickly. I think Aoki has gotten a little bit smart about how he fights. I think he's going to approach the game a little bit better, but Kawajiri also realizes he's always in submission danger, so he's not going to go crazy and get himself caught like we saw with Fedor and Vadum. You know, where the one of the best fighters in the world, and Fedor Emelianenko, all of a sudden jumps in a triangle lock with Vadum and gets caught. I think we're going to see a lot different kind of style with that, where Kawajiri will be a little more patient. I think it's going to be a big, long out 15-minute war, but I think Kawajiri is going to win on all the scorecards in every position.
Frank, good point there. We are back to the 10-minute first round, 5-minute second round. Who does it favour? Does it favour a submission specialist like Aoki because he's got more time in that opening round to sling a submission on, or does it favour Kawajiri?
It favors Kawajiri, but here's the thing. And normally it favors Aoki against everybody else except a guy like Kawajiri. Kawajiri's got that wrestling style, that intensity style, that pressure, that push. That style's always going to be on top of you, and you're not going to be able to maintain that kind of pace. Remember, the 10-minute round is to make it more like a real street fight. That's how they want to make it happen. So that 10-minute round, it forces guys to actually really have to fight. There's no time to get that break. There's no real rest period in there. If you have a rest, it's 10 to 15 seconds before you're back into full action again. And I have to be honest with you, man, I think that 10-minute first round really favors Kawajiri because he's got so much pressure, so much more heat. But like I said, you have to be cautious with Aoki. At any time, any moment, he's going to slap a submission on him. We've seen in the past. He's not scared to break something off.
So, folks, that is the main event. Shinya Aoki looking to retain his dream strap against maybe his toughest challenger yet, Tatsuya Kawajiri. Semi-main event, one we want to look at here is JZ Calvin returning to dream action after a very long layoff. He takes on Katsunori Kikuno. Kikuno's been a bit of a revelation since he first exploded onto the dream scene back at Dream 10 here in Saitama and beat Andre Dida. Also had that epic battle, of course, against Eddie Alvarez. He is still the current deep lightweight champion. He's only lost once in his last 13 fights. 8 wins have been by knockout, a massive 62% KO ratio for Kikuno. Though he does come in as the underdog here against JZ. Plus 205 is the betting line for Kikuno. Minus 255 is the betting line for JZ Calvin. JZ brings in a record of 14, 3-1, 5 wins by knockout, 7 via submission, has never been finished in a mixed martial arts fight, but has fought only once since April 2008, and that was a decision lost to Kawajiri at Dream 9. Frank, the question here is, Will ring rust affect Jay-Z, and how are his knees holding up? Because we know that a fully fit Jay-Z Kelvin is still one of the top guys in the world, but will it be the fully fit Jay-Z that returns to the ring here tonight against a man like Kikuno, who is so vicious with his strikes, particularly with his leg kicks, being a Kyokushin karateka, and that worries me. If he starts to bang up the legs of Jay-Z, goes to town on those quadriceps, drops a little lower to the knee, Jay-Z could be in trouble.
You know, I'm not a big believer in that whole piece of, ring rust that comes along. Either you're going to perform the night it's time to perform, or you're not going to perform the night it's going to perform. I've seen a ton of fighters take a year off, come back and be better. I've seen a ton of fighters take 6 months off and be worse. So I don't really believe in that whole ring rust thing, but I think Jay-Z is a little bit of a problem here because he's coming back after not winning for 3 years, of an 18-month layoff. He's not fighting a tomato can. He could have easily took a very easy guy, fought, someone from Korea, from some other places no one's ever heard of, an 0-0 record, and kind of got a win underneath his belt. But he's fine. This is a battle for him. It's not an easy win by any means. You've got to be really cautious of the whole karate style that people think, oh, it's very easy to fight the karate style. We've seen a lot of fighters now trying to go back to that old style of karate where they have the ability to go ahead and step forward, kick guys in the ribs, kick guys in the knees, and keep them off you before you actually get to your hands.
You've got to figure also, Frank, that Kikuno knows that a win over JC here tonight must put him in the hot seat to be the #1 contender for the winner of the title match between Aoki and Kawajiri.
Absolutely. So you have to be really cautious about how you're going to approach this fight from either end. But I really have to give that advantage to Jay-Z. Now, here's the one flaw I have with it. Jay-Z looked great yesterday at the weigh-ins. He looked amazing at weigh-ins yesterday, but he looked a little bit skinnier than he used to look. He's one of the biggest guys in the weight class, almost by 10 or 15% bigger than anybody else. But now he's about the same size because he's lost so much muscle mass to make sure making weights a little bit easier. The question is also, is he going to be able to recover in this humidity and how hot it is and how much work it took to get down and make that weight? Is he going to be able to recover for tonight and be able to go into the later rounds? Because I have a feeling this fight's going to go a long ways.
Speaking of weight issues, it's been a point of contention over the last 24 hours. Jake O'Brien, he weighed in yesterday at 226 pounds. He has now dropped down to 212, which is still not the official fight weight. So they've decided, Frank, to make this one a catchweight fight to allow O'Brien to fight. He enters the fight with a yellow card and a 10% point deduction. Now, Frank, we've been here for the last 4 days. We've been sweating like Joseph Fritzl on an episode of Changing Places. It's been that hot here in Japan. How is this rapid weight loss going to affect Jake O'Brien? Because he went from 226 to 212 in a few hours in the sauna yesterday.
I have to be honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed in Jake as a former wrestler. He should be able to make weight a lot easier than that. I don't think he really planned perfectly and got himself ready to go. But you have to remember, too, that Gegard got beat by King Lual because he was not ready for the wrestling. He spent a lot of time working on the wrestling. He says he's gotten a lot better at it. It's not enough time to get proficient at it, but he's giving himself that challenge of fighting a guy like Jake O'Brien. Let's also remember, too, Jake O'Brien's a little bit heavier than he's supposed to be, so that's also going to come into factor. You're hoping that Gegard make a good sense, because if Gegard loses 2 in a row, I can see his career completely changing. This fight for him tonight could be a career changer if he loses.
Mousasi had a lot of troubles with the brilliant King Mo because Mo managed to stay on top of him and control him on the ground. Let's not forget that Jake O'Brien is known as the Irish blanket. Why? Because he lies on top of you and he smothers you. And could it maybe pose problems for Gegard? I mean, as you said, Jake O'Brien is no King Mo Lawal. Let's be quite upfront about that. But still, if Gegard hasn't managed to learn what to do against a wrestler and make the same mistakes he fell into against King Mo, he could be in danger here tonight against a heavier opponent.
Folks at home got to remember, it's not just a takedown defense. It's when you get taken down, which is going to happen against a great wrestler. Eventually you're going to get taken down. It's how to get back to your feet without taking that much damage or getting ridden on like Jake is going to do. And Jake will absolutely lay on top of you. He's great at the lay and pray. He keeps you in great position. He's always banging you out a little bit, small peppering shots, winning the judges round. He's not going to get to the position to knock you out, especially guys tough as Gegard. But let's be honest, he can win the fight very easily just by taking him down and hold him down. In the 10-minute first round, take him down 4 or 5 times, hold him down, take him down 2 or 3 times in the 5-minute round, it's all done.
Well, a fight that I believe won't go into lay and pray has to be Melvin Manhoef taking on Tatsuya Mizuno. Mizuno goes in as the underdog, as he always seems to. He is plus 400. Melvin Manhoef is minus 650. Manhoef, who boasts 23 wins out of 24 by knockout or TKO. Only 2 career decisions, one of the highest knockout ratios in the world. We saw him at the weigh-in yesterday once again. Frank, he is looking absolutely shredded. Is Midi Tyson Melvin Manhoef. Mizuno, though, says He's figured out a game plan to beat Manhoef, and he's been training with Matt Hume, sparring with the likes of Rich Franklin. Could it be an upset on the cards here?
You know, let's be honest. It doesn't take much to figure out Melvin Manhoef. You know exactly what he's going to do every time he does it. It's not very hard. You don't have to watch 100 hours of tape on him. You can watch 4 minutes of tape on him. You pretty much have him figured out. The biggest thing you have to worry about in the fact in the other corner is not the fact this guy's watching 100 hours of tape. Is, you know, what he's actually done is he's trained with Matt Hume. Matt Hume has one of the best records as far as coaching goes of taking guys that are kind of mediocre, whatever, making them excellent. Taking guys that are excellent and making them superb. When you have Matt Hume in your corner, it goes a long way towards your win-loss record. It's been proven time and time again. I think that's the biggest factor. I think being able to beat Melvin Manhoef tonight is the fact he's been with Matt Hume up in Seattle and training with guys like Rich Franklin, who moves from Cincinnati to go out to Seattle to train with Matt every time he has a fight as well. It's a big thing. It's a very, very important. I think he can give Melvin a couple of problems, but I still think that Melvin's probably going to put him on the canvas.
And in the 4-man light heavyweight Grand Prix, Melvin is the lightest. He weighed at 198. Tatsuya Mizuno 203.5. O'Brien the heaviest at 212. Mousasi at 204.6. Folks, all the action of Dream 15 is about to kick off. From here at the Saitama Super Arena, we are going to kick it off in style as well with the dream debut of Karl Amoussou versus Katsuhiro Nakamura. Sit back, strap yourselves in for another big night of Japanese mixed martial arts.
ただし、両者グラウンドポジションでの足による頭部顔面への攻撃は有効とします。なお、両者の体重差が階級を問わず 15kg 以上ある場合はグラウンドポジション状態でも足による頭部顔面への攻撃を禁止とします。14、試合中、相手に対しダメージを与えると認められない無気力な攻撃
As we take a look at the crowd building up here on a very hot Saturday afternoon in Saitama, indeed across Tokyo. We've been experiencing a heat wave here lately. It was 31 degrees yesterday, then the rain came in overnight, and I'll tell you what, it must be about 33 degrees outside, and these fighters are going to have to suffer the heat here tonight. It is a sauna inside this mecca of Japanese mixed martial arts. What a fantastic card. Only 7 fights. It's a nice handleable amount of fights, but they are stacked from top to tail. Some of them very hard fights to call. You look at the likes of, well, you know, Mousasi, O'Brien, so many things could happen there. Kikuno, JZ Kelvin is really one that's up in the air. So too Aoki and Kawajiri, as we saw via those betting lines earlier on. You look at what might be a more one-sided fight between Omigawa and young Jung, although Jung did say, don't underestimate me. You've got me at 0-2 with 2 knockouts, but really I'm 7-3, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve to take out Omigawa on Omigawa's dream debut. Ishida fighting at featherweight is going to be interesting against DJ Daiki because we know what a big banger DJ Daiki is. And then, of course, Karl Amoussou, who you know from N1 Global, is an absolute demon in the ring. And he had a huge stare down with Nakamura yesterday at the weigh-in, which was taken a little bit out of context by Nakamura. And there's a bit of ill feeling now between Amoussou, the Frenchman, and Nakamura, the local fighter. We'll see how that one goes down. Also, of course, Melvin Manhoef versus Tatsuya Mizuno. Mousasi, O'Brien, Kikuno, Kelvin. It's all going to happen now at Dream 15.
それではここで本日のドクター、ジャッジ、レフェリーをご紹介します。本日のドクターは中山健二。富田茂。川口健、伊佐山和夫、橋本大志、清水圭樹、福田秀明、金孫道。以上8名です。続いてジャッジをご紹介します。庄司明、マット・ヒューム、戸鳥薫、足立光、大橋正則、三宅康、 小林隆、磯野源。続きましてレフェリーをご紹介いたします。芹沢健一、木村沙美代、大城森高。レフェリー兼ルールディレクター島田裕二。
そうな、もう逃げ出したいような2007年のも大変でした。それに比べれば経てもないかなみたいな。
僕はやっぱりプライド潰れてよかったと思ってるし、今の僕が一生懸命生きれてるし、
まあいろいろ大変なこともあったけど、今愛してるのはドリームかなっていう、
ありがとうって言える。
夢を倒して強くなる。 始まりだ。
There is nothing like crazy screaming lady linear heart to get your blood pumping every time Dream rolls around. And this is a spectacle indeed. Only Dream can do it. The pump and the pageantry of this giant two-story circular LED screen in center ring that is soon going to unveil something or somebody.
Nakamura, Kazuhiro.
From Japan, Kazuhiro Nakamura. The second match.
デザートワンマッチ DJ 大輝
From Japan, DJ Daiki.
石田光弘
From Japan, Mitsuhiro Ishida. The third match.
デザートワンマッチジョン・ヨンさん
From Korea, Jung.
オミガワ道弘
From Japan, Michihiro Omigawa. The fourth match.
ライトヘビー級王座挑戦者決定戦メルヴィン・マノーフ
From the Netherlands, Melvin. Manhoef.
水野達也
From Japan, Tatsuya. Mizuno. The fifth match.
ライトヘビー級王座挑戦者決定戦ジェイク・オブライエン
From the United States of America, Jung.
ゲガール・ムーサシ
From the Netherlands, Gegard. Mousasi. The sixth match.
ライト級ワンマッチ JC カルバ
From Brazil, Gesias.
Kikuno 勝則
From Japan, Katsunori. Kikuno. Dream lightweight title match.
日本はもう一度夢を見ることができるそんな戦いをしようじゃないかライト級タイトルマッチ挑戦者川尻達也
The challenger from Japan, Tatsuya.
What an ovation here for the crusher Kawajiri. One side of the auditorium is completely in Kawajiri's favour. Let's see the applause now for Aoki.
Aoki Shinya
And the other side is going for Aoki. They are split down the centre here at the Saitama Super Arena.
You must know the
の男はもうこの道場にはいない。しかしそこに喪失感などない。吉田道場大将中村和弘、吉田秀彦に憧れ共に歩んだ総合格闘技人生。プライドでランデルマン、シューバー、オブチャンチンら強豪と激闘を演じ高い評価を得てはいたが、彼の目の前にはあの男が。
未だに追いかけてるって感じで、存在感とか超えれない壁っていうのはすごく感じてて、
40歳になった吉田秀彦は引退を決意。その時中村は直訴した。
そういう気持ちがあったんで、吉田秀彦さんと水戸がします。
ここで吉田を超えられなければ彼の人生に大きな影が落ちる。愛する師匠に拳を打ちつけた15分間、中村は壁を越えられたのか。殴り合った翌日、メールが。これからはカズがみんなを引っ張っていけよ。中村は涙した。
じゃあ引退して吉田になるよって言われても無理だし、じゃあ吉田さんがやんなかったことって何なのかなって考えた時に、
吉田道場の新リーダーとしてドリームに参戦。対するはフランス柔道最強の男カール・アモーゾ。柔道家時代から気性の荒さで知られ、ついたあだ名がサイコ。止まることがない打撃のラッシュ、KO 率驚異の 91%。 M1 グローバルで名を挙げたサイコが中村の再出発を阻む。
世界最強の道場にして、プライドの見てた人らに変わったんだぞっていうのをやっぱりしたいな。
志を継ぐ者、吉田道場のドリーム、いざ。中村和弘 VS カール・アモーゾ。
ただいまより Dream50 本日の第1試合ミドル級ワンマッチを行います。
And now for the first match.
青コーナーよりカール・アモーゾ選手の入場です。
Voilà le son que j'attendais, surtout en période tendue. Moi je sors du 9-4, j'évite les coups tordus. Depuis mon adolescence, j'ai fait des pièges tordus. C'est tendu, et alors on a c'est tendu. Mais ouais, mais y'a un malentendu. Tout le monde veut nous marcher dessus. J'ai précisé, tout le temps être déçu. Qu'est-ce que tu veux de moi? C'est toi qui me déçois. Qu'est-ce que t'as de fou, toi? Plus question de...
I don't know what it means, but it sounds good. Karl Amoussou makes his way to the Dream Ring for the very first time, nicknamed the Psycho. And in a few moments' time, you're about to see why. If you've never seen Amoussou fight before, you are in for something special, folks. The man who Vanderlei Silva has been quoted as saying is the future of mixed martial arts. The man who Sherdog voted as the #1 European mixed martial arts prospect. 11-2-2 his mixed martial arts record is. Finished 10 of his last 11 wins. A high 64% submission ratio, a 27% knockout ratio. Undefeated since November 2008 when Luso Linhares TKO'd him in Finland. Look at the look of intensity on the monk there of Karl Amoussou. There's a man you don't want to meet in a dark alley. There's a man you don't want to meet in a light alley. What are you doing in an alley anyway, Frank, with Karl Amoussou?
Depends what part of Tokyo it is. A lot of alleys in Tokyo.
A black belt in judo. Has only ever been stopped once in mixed martial arts. That again by Luso Linhares in November 2008. Formerly trained with his brother Bertrand, a French judo champion who fought in Pride Bushido. Now trains with Jean-Marie Maché at Haute Tension or High Tension Gym. Actually works full-time for a special anti-drug and gang police task force in France. Comes in off a draw against Trevor Prangley last time out, when Amoussou received the thumb to the eye. A very intimidating man is the Psycho Karl Amoussou. And Frank, If your nipples are so erect they're cutting through your shirt in expectation for this one, there's something wrong with you.
You're a little sick, Michael. You're a little sick.
Sit a bit closer and I'll show you how sick I am.
But you're right, it is. This is going to be actually a really good fight. I'm interested to see how well Nakamura is able to start getting out of the way with his head motion. I'm interested to see how well Amoussou is going to be able to start throwing punches and counter the judo. It's going to be very interesting.
Through the ropes goes the Psycho, Karl Amoussou. Welcome to Dream.
Nakamura Kazuhiro 選手の優勝です。
Gotta love the blue key as Katsuhiro Nakamura makes his way to the ring. 14-10 and he sprints out Ultimate Warrior style. 3-5 in his last 8, has been finished 3 times in that span. He's a decision grinder though. Is this man? 75% of his victories have come from grinding out decisions. Only 14% via KO and 14% via submission. Graduated from the International Budo University along with Yoshida Dojo teammate Omigawa, who you'll be seeing later on tonight. A 3rd degree black belt in Judo, representing the Yoshida Dojo, part of the team who have defected from Sengoku, now onto Dream from Yoshida Dojo. He has fought and lost to some of the best in the business, including Minotauro Nogueira in his debut fight, Vanderlei Silva, Lyoto Machida, Shogun Hua, Josh Barnett, Dan Henderson, George Santiago, Masagi. He's also had some wins. Cyborg, Santos, Igor Vokchanchin, Kevin Roundelman, Marulo Bustamante, Yuki Kondo. Who else was there? Hidehiko Yoshida, of course. Nakamura also endured some controversy. He was tested positive for marijuana during the drug testing for UFC 76. And this should be a very intriguing matchup.
第1試合を行います。青コーナー181センチ、83.5キロ、カール・アモーソー。赤コーナー178センチ、83.8キロ、中村和弘。
Fantastic ovation here for Katsuhiro Nakamura as a crowd continues to file in on this sweltering Saturday afternoon in Saitama, Japan. The dream debut of both Nakamura and Amoussou. There is one of the most intimidating stare downs in the world of mixed martial arts. Amoussou looks like he's about to tear out like a rabid werewolf and pounce on Nakamura here. That's usually the style of the Psycho Karl Amoussou. Bouncing up and down the balls of his feet. The voice, Michael Chavello, Frank Triggle with you here ringside. Outside thigh kick from Amoussou, and he goes high. Lead leg round kick. Both men in orthodox stance.
Nakamura will learn how to move his head very quickly, keep his feet moving to stay out of range. And if he gets hit, make sure they're glancing blows, not full blows. And Amoussou needs to get step inside really, really tight, really quick, and try to get off as many haymakers as he can.
Good 1-2 down the center corridor from Amoussou, then goes to the high part of the rib cage on the right side of the body. Folks, this one could be over early. Do not go to the toilet. If you need to, tie a knot in it, because when Amoussou is in centering, it usually finishes very fast. Looping overhand left by Amoussou. He switched up momentarily to southpaw, now back to his preferred orthodox stance. Double forearms guard there from Nakamura, caught the round kick. It's a very busy start here from Amoussou. You've got a man who finishes opponents against a man who grinds out decisions. Telegraph the right hand down the tube there to Nakamura, shoots in, Amoussou sprawls, Nakamura gets the single leg, takes him down, goes inside the guard of Amoussou.
Nakamura in here needs to keep digging in, keep using his hands, try to pummel in, get his head free to keep this in this position. Right now, if he was getting beat a little bit by the judges' minds before this fight started, now he's winning the fight because he got it on the ground. But he needs to keep it here. If he gets back up on his feet, he's in a lot of danger again. Amoussou needs to try to stop holding on here. He needs to just let go and try to get back up to his feet unless he's got a quick submission.
A lot of people consider Amoussou as solely a striker, but most of his wins have come via submission, 64% submission ratio. 27 via knockout.
It's so much easier to submit somebody when you punch them to death before that. They'll give you anything at that point. Even I've done it. You hit me enough, I'm going to give you something just because it hurts.
Nakamura, the grinder. Interestingly, the bookmakers couldn't separate them. Both men came in at -115 in the betting lines.
AKA another pick'em.
Amoussou working from his back here, just controlling the left arm of Nakamura. Keeping that guard nice and tightly closed on the lower part of the back.
The good thing about a closed guard, you can't get past when you have your go closed that tight, but also, too, you can't submit anybody without getting those legs free. So right now, Amoussou's really in a position where he's just trying to hold on. He's not trying to do much else.
Nakamura, 14% submission ratio, 14% KO ratio, 72%. He's won via decision. Amoussou looking to get back to his feet here, and Nakamura does a great job of putting him on his back once again, Frank.
Smart move. Nakamura's got a good game plan, at least to this point. You know, he's really thinking, he's picking his spots, taking his little shots. He was in Las Vegas for a little while, training at Randy Couture's gym with me and the rest of the boys, and he did seem to progress, you know, being a lot better at holding guys down and keeping in a position that's benefit for his style. Amoussou, like I said, needs to let go and get back to his feet.
Joining us tonight, as always, our translator, Hans Thompson, the Handslater. Hans.
I had the pleasure of speaking with Nakamura's manager yesterday, who said that that he felt that this fight was winnable for Nakamura as long as he didn't decide to stand up with Amoussou.
Which is exactly what has happened again here, although Nakamura did do a good job of keeping Amoussou on his back for a few minutes there. Amoussou drifts back to centering. This is where the Psycho wants to be. He's got some room to work the combinations now. Looking to set that right hand, the big headache maker, the big tub thumper. Body shot from Nakamura, goes to the bread basket. Amoussou with a nice 1-2, but couldn't get past the forearm. Ooh, a bolo punch, just scooped it up, almost took out a low-flying bird. Sticky jab there from Nakamura, not connecting, nor did the left hook. The uppercut did, though. Amoussou doing a quick count of his teeth after that one. In the neutral corner, there is a huge horde of photographers here today. A lot of Japanese press have turned out to witness Aoki versus Kawajiri. It's great to see. Must be at least 30 or 40 photographers all on top of the ring canvas. Inside thigh knee, looking for a takedown for top position. Ends up on the bottom, though. And this is a bad position with Nakamura inside your half guard here, Frank.
That's not a good spot, and it was a bad mistake. And he made a really bad, difficult choice right there to try to spin out of the corner and try to go for a takedown there. A big throw, and it gets a Jukata. You're not going to be able to throw him to the ground like that. Should have kept on his feet in his better position. Right now he's getting beat again with some ground and pound.
So a back and forth contest so far in the first round, though the better ground game definitely has been Nakamura. The better stand-up has been Amoussou. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Gets off a couple of left hand there, goes for a forearm across the face, does Nakamura. Controlling the right hand, tries to pin it down, but he can't get the arm pinned of Amoussou. Amoussou throws the legs up as Nakamura postures up now, but Amoussou tying up both wrists. Ooh, he almost put the glove through the canvas there.
Yeah, big miss on that one. He's definitely trying to put it with some authority. Smart maneuver. I don't understand why Nakamura's standing up and wasting a lot of energy by keeping his legs up in the air. Maybe trying to break the guard, but as soon as that guard breaks, he's just trying to get that pass. Amoussou's doing a good job of keeping it closed.
Both men who are used to fighting in a ring, particularly Amoussou. Most of his fights have all been in a ring. As part of M1 Global. Closes the guard up again. Here it is, Amoussou. Nakamura tries to posture up once more. Ooh, that was a beautiful, sneaky right hand just underneath the jawline of Amoussou. You want to rip that right hand out again and try and drop some hammer fist strikes.
I'm really interested to see why. I don't understand why Nakamura's kind of got this position here. It's a good position to get swept in. It's a good position to get, to get caught in an armbar here because he's so postured up high. I would think he's standing his knees a little bit more, unless he's just fearing getting hit from the bottom. Amousou's done a great job of still being active from the bottom, even though his legs are still closed in the guard.
Solid right hand again there from Nakamura. Amoussou trying to pull the head down and control the posturing. Nakamura is out. What's he going to do here? Try and pass, go to side control? It looked like it. And he drops a hand down, belly button through the back of Amoussou. Goes to the jawline. The second punch caught the Frenchman. So too did that right hand. So some good shots coming off that right side from Nakamura. You can hear both men breathing heavily. A lot of humidity inside the Saitama Super Arena. As we said, it's been a very hot week here in Tokyo. It's about 32 degrees Celsius outside. Good cracking left hand to the jawline there from Nakamura. Now he passes, but solid work from Amoussou to keep him inside his guard.
I'm really impressed with Amoussou's guard recovery. He does a great job of keeping Nakamura out from getting by there. He's very, very smart. He's very, very diligent with his legs. And, a guy like Nakamura, usually he's able to push past very quickly. He's got great newaza, which is the ground game in judo. And he's kind of getting nullified right now and being stuck just to ground and pound.
Amoussou undefeated in his last 4 fights. Drawing against Trevor Prangley last time out. Had a good win over another Japanese opponent on his record, Katsuhiro Hamanaka. So we'll see if he can take care of business against another Katsuhiro in Nakamura today. Under 3 minutes remaining. Gotta love these 10-minute marathon first rounds. There's a couple of elbows to the upper left rib cage there from Nakamura. Amoussou trying to hammer fist strike in reverse off the left hand, not working for him though.
It's a totally even ball game when you have a 10-minute first round. It really changes up your style because a lot more action can happen.
Trying to control that posture here. Here's Amoussou. Postured up nice and high, Nakamura. Gets a couple of left hands off to the orbital bone.
Both guys are doing a great job of working from the position that they're at, but honestly, if the fight were to end right now, I'd have to give this run to Nakamura because he's controlled more of the pace by taking him down twice and holding him here.
Goes to the rib cage again. Drives a forearm across the chest. Tries to loop the hand around here. Amoussou doing a good job of keeping Nakamura in his guard, but not doing a lot else though, the Frenchman. Certainly won't win a fight for him. Now puts one foot on the hips. Can he get a bit of distance here? Can he try and find a way back to his feet, perhaps, Karl Amoussou, with 1 minute 45 remaining in the first? Couple of hammer fist strikes on top of the head. Pulls the head down again here. Does Amoussou. Got that right arm locked up of Nakamura. And the referee says, okay, boys, let's stand them up. A yellow card's coming out here.
Amoussou's getting a yellow card. Wow.
So that will be a 10% purse deduction for Karl Amoussou. Let's see what salvos he can land from his feet now.
Bad position, though, for Nakamura. He spent a lot of energy on top trying to beat him up, and now he's right back where Amoussou wants to be.
Amoussou, some very good kickboxing skills. Steps forward, should have thrown that right hand down the tube. The left hand is just telegraphed again from Nakamura. So too the overhand right. There was an opportunity there for Amoussou to pull the head down into a Kai clinch, and he catches him with that nice inside of the glove, though, right hand. He should have turned the knuckles through. It was more a slapping punch.
Geez, if he had thrown that punch correctly, he could have finished this fight by a knockout.
You got excited there, Frank. I thought you were going to grow hair back suddenly. Right hand from Nakamura. Oh, gut-munching knee, and it looks like Amoussou is cut. Or the right nostril is bleeding now. Shot to the sternum. Amoussou with the uppercut. Now in front of our commentary position, the high knee! Beautiful high knee from Amoussou. He's got him tied up in the blue corner now. Throws a knee to the inside thigh, trying to cork up that thigh. And again. Very painful region, the inside of the thigh. High up, you're hitting that femoral profunda artery. Nice knee, almost folded him in half like origami. End of the first round, and we go to the towels. What an intriguing round it was. It was Amoussou in the stand-up. But then again, Frank, on the ground, did spend more time on his back than my ex-girlfriend. On the ground, it was all Nakamura.
You know, he really got controlled. You have to give ring control to Nakamura because he controlled most of the round. He had the position the entire time. He really did everything. But the aggressiveness has to go to Amoussou. So now you got to figure out which we're going to go. And you know, to grade a whole 10-minute round is very difficult as a judge. It's going to be really difficult. And actually, in front of us right here, you people at home can't see it, but we have Matt Humes, actually one of the judges for this one. He's actually sitting right in front of us. And I wish I could actually pick his mind in between these rounds and see how he's rating these things, because a round like this is difficult because you have a guy that basically beat the other guy up on his feet but then got beaten up on the ground. Which way are we going to go? A lot of great action here. I don't understand why Nakamura wasn't trying to pass more when he was on top, but he does a good job of winging these punches and going to his judo position, like stepping inside. I mean, that makes the most sense, and that's really the most control and the most spaces to be able to make that happen by trying to dig a guy out, really get your body in.
Il est largement à ta portée. 5 minutes, d'accord? Tu frappes, tu ressors, Karl. Fais-moi des enchaînements.
Intriguing first round, and a lot of people thought it would be over already by now, but Nakamura has proven to be a handful for Karl Amoussou on both of their dream debuts.
Well, in judo, you know, Nakamura fought some of the best guys in the world in judo, and so he's used to tough matches, tight matches, obviously not a 10-minute round, you know, but still definitely a man that's been in really, really tight competitions. And so you have to see what's going to happen as things progress in this next round.
Second round is a 5-minute round. And can Amoussou keep it on his feet here, having spent a lot of the opening stanza on his back? They touch gloves. The gloves are up very high here on Nakamura, and that's why, because Amoussou is so devastatingly fast with these straight-line punching combinations that I really do commend. All too often we see a lot of fighters loop their punches in mixed martial arts. Much more effective to go up that center corridor.
Nakamura not only needs to keep his hands up high, but he needs to keep them tight too, because if those little gloves sneak through on a bolo-type uppercut, he can finish it.
Jumping knee was sloppy. Got to be careful not to Arlovsky himself with those sloppy jumping knees. Karl Amoussou takes an inside thigh kick. Shoots in for a single here, does Nakamura. Amoussou, caution for holding onto the ropes.
I gotta be honest with you, if I'm losing the fight and Nakamura's about to take me down again, I'm gonna battle too. Oh, guillotine. Oh, it's loose though. Sorry, it's tight. I thought it was tight by the angle that we first dropped on, but it's very loose. Nakamura's fine in here. See his forehead's on the ground. He's picking those hands apart. Amoussou's not pushing out at all. He's got no space. You know, he's not tightening the space at all. Nakamura's gonna get out of this easily.
Nakamura is out of this predicament. Inside the guard of Amoussou. Amoussou closes that guard. Trying to get back to his feet, the Frenchman. But Nakamura says, no, you're not going anywhere, son. Staying down here with me, all nice and sweaty.
Well, I've already said the best place to be is on top. You're going to control the pace, keep control of what's going on, and really, if you've got a guy that's a better striker than you, you really need to put a guy in a spot you can beat him up, and that's to put him where he can't punch and kick you, and that's on his back. Smart move by Nakamura. I still think he's wasting a lot of energy with his feet here. He's posting up. He's not really trying to guard pass. He's not doing anything that Amoussou can't stop, except go right to a triangle, which he's trying to sneak into right now. And Nakamura's in a little bit of a predicament here until he pops his head out like he just did. Now he's going to be passed, but he's going to get caught back in guard again.
Nicely done from Amoussou. Puts Nakamura back inside his glove and closes it. 3 minutes remaining here in the second set for 5.
I'm really impressed by his guard recovery. He's done it from multiple different positions, and Amoussou's really good in the bottom, you know, taking it, keeping Nakamura in the middle of his guard. And it's tough because a guy like Nakamura who's punch passing is really trying to get by. Trying to make it look kind of easy, but tonight it's been really difficult.
Trying to pull up on the back of the head there, Nakamura. Amoussou takes a little popping right hand to the jawline once more. Those hammer fist strikes have less weight behind them than Kate Hudson. And look at Nakamura trying to drive through with that left hand. Controlling the left hand here of Amoussou. Lets it free and drops the right hand. Lowers the boom once more. This is good work from the top, I feel, from Nakamura. Amoussou now really needs to change up tact a little. He will not win this fight from his back, Frank. He will not win it in this position.
Well, he's got to do a better job of letting go and moving, using his legs and using his body to try to get up and get out. He's just trying to go to half submissions right now, but it's going to be really difficult to get on Nakamura. But one of the problems is it's hard to do because every time he makes any kind of motion, Nakamura looks to pass or looks to put him back down on his back again, so it's really hard for him to get out of this position.
Ooh, fires that uppercut like a diesel piston off the right hand, does Amoussou. Very sweaty bodies now, trying to pass once more, Nakamura. You see Amoussou looking to lock up the right leg here. Nothing happening though for the Frenchman. Gets a forearm across the throat and a couple of little hammer fist strikes to the schnoggin. 1.5 minutes remaining. You feel this has to be Nakamura's round so far because he's been so busy on the ground. Still, though, there is enough time for Karl Amoussou to go kleptomaniac and steal it with 1 minute 15 remaining. Good right-handed gain from Nakamura. This is what Nakamura does so well, Frank, in all of his wins pretty much, or at least 72% of them. He grinds out decisions like this.
You know, he really could be a better finisher if he would have more confidence. Now, he got a yellow card. I mean, if he had more confidence on his stand-up game, he could actually hit a lot more guys because he could hit them, do a punch in, step in, throw him to the ground, and make it to his passing on the way down, which is what he's not doing right now. He's kind of content to stay in the guard and grind out that victory.
That's 2 yellow cards for Amoussou. He's going to go home broke. It's 20% of his purse already gone for the Frenchman.
That one just went to Nakamura got one too. So
Nakamura got one?
Yeah,
okay,
so
they're even now.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to see which way these guys actually continue through because now both guys have to step up the pace.
The grinder. Nakamura is doing what he does well, and this is where... Oh, beautiful liver shot and left hook from Nakamura. The 2 best punches of the fight actually go the way of Nakamura. That was a superb combination, Frank. First of all, dropped the left hand to the liver, came upstairs, hooked him to the jawline.
He did all that while sticking with his judo root of stepping inside as he was doing both. He moved his feet forward, stepped right in, took him down to the ground. So it was a perfect combination of punching right to the guard game again.
I am so freaking impressed by Nakamura here. The grinder is going to do it again. He's going to grind out a very impressive decision. There will be no celebrations on the dream debut for Karl Amoussou. Oh, surely the judges will know to give this one to Nakamura. Even Judge Reinhold would know to give this one to Nakamura.
Yeah, I would hope so. You know, he's pretty smart. He fought this game very, very well. Nakamura stepped inside, controlled the pace, and put it in a spot where he could always be victorious. But it wasn't easy to get there because remember, you got to step inside against the guys trying to uppercut you and throw him to the ground. A couple flying knees that were always off balance. Never really went to it enough at the right time. And every time Amoussou got comfortable, he'd end up down on the ground. Looked like a tight guillotine when it first went down to the ground, but it ended up being very, very easy. And then just gets ground and pounders more and more. The ground and pound by Nakamura. Very, very smart. Good haymaker right here. Comes over the top. A little bit higher if he caught him in the temple. Probably would have put him down, but hit him on the chin right at the neckline. He had enough space to get out. Here's that big blow they were talking about.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that. Shot to the liver, then he hooks him to the jawline. That was just superb. Here we go with the decision. First judge to Nakamura.
Judge Kobayashi. Nakamura.
There you have it. You didn't have to be Sherlock Holmes to work it out. You could have been Johnny Holmes and worked it out. Nakamura on his dream debut takes it. For Karl Amoussou, it was not meant to be. But we will see more of the French Psycho here in Dream. The only problem was, Frank, he was not Psycho here tonight.
Well, he tried to be. It's very difficult to be Psycho against somebody that has the ability to hit you back when you're not expecting it and put you on the ground when you don't want it to happen. The only way to be Psycho is when you're in complete control. If you can control a Psycho, you stop any portion of his game. That's what Nakamura did tonight.
So Nakamura takes the victory, a sweet one indeed. And the crowd certainly appreciating it. As we kick off a huge night of Dream 15, folks, coming up next it will be Mitsuhiro Ishida, the endless fighter making his featherweight debut, takes on TJ Daiki.
1年間待ち続け仲間たちと共に出場したギャレンのカ2007現ストライクフォース王者ギルバート・メレンデスと激闘を繰り広げたあの時石田光弘は確かに輝いていた青木、川尻、石田ヤレンのかサンバガラスとして臨んだライト級グランプリだったがヒーローズのプリンス宇野薫に敗北トーナメントを去った
悔しかったし自分がこんなにも情けないのかと思ったし
さらにシュートのリングで戦国広田水戸に KO 負けを喫してしまうそして今夜
今回フェザー級に落としての、試合となります、自分自身挑戦という意味で、頑張っていきたいなと思いますので、よろしくお願いいたします
出場機会を求めて 石田は9年間戦い続けてきたライト級から階級を下げた。再出発、それは誰にも相談せずに決めた。
とにかくやるしかないなっていう、もうその一言です。
1年半ぶり、ドリームのリングに登場。ドリームフェザー級に住む死神、撲殺羊 DJ 大輝、フェザー級屈指の打撃センスを持つリングの危険人物。
引きこもりだったんで、いじめ猫で血がれ者だったんで、僕を非難しないと悪みたいな。
エアヒムロで現れた昨年のフェザー級グランプリ。長いリーチを生かした打撃で所秀夫を撲殺。さらに K1 マックスでは元ボクシング日本王者に対し112発のローキックを叩き込む容赦ない戦いを披露。会場の空気をも破壊してみせた。これでいいのだ。
実は僕塩漬けの選手に今まで1回も勝ったことないんですよね。
キャラがいていいっていうか、まあ嫌な相手っちゃないんです。
ここは勝たせるマッチネットに過言ではない。そのこと決めてくれよ。
お帰りなさいませ。石田光弘 VS DJ 大輝。
ただいまより本日の第2試合、フェザー級ワンマッチを行います。
And now for the second match.
赤コーナーより DJ 大輝選手の入場です。
In the blue corner, from Japan, DJ Daiki.
A strange character who is DJ Daiki, real name Daiki Hata. Boasts an 11-6-3 mixed martial arts record, 5 wins by knockout, a 45% KO ratio. You've seen him have wins over the likes of Kenji Osawa, Yoshiro Maeda, Hideo Tokoro, losses to the likes of Marlon Sanjo and Yoshiro Maeda. He said he received the offer of his fight on June 30, and he didn't have enough time to train or even dress up as a butler, which is what he wanted to do. Yes, this man does have more costumes in his wardrobe than Victoria Beckham, but we're not going to see them tonight. DJ Daiki will have a very tough time against the epic, endless fighter, who is Mitsuhiro Ishida. Daiki comes in as the underdog. Has actually sharpened his stand-up skills in Thailand for nearly 3 months earlier this year, along with K1 fighter Hiroya, who lives in Thailand, training alongside Anuwat. There's a man you should YouTube, the Iron Hands of Siam, Anuwat, one of the finest Muay Thai stylists on the planet.
赤コーナーより石田光弘選手の入場です。
We always see the flag over the shoulder of Ishida. I love this little guy. The flag.
One of the most famous flags inside of mixed martial arts here in Japan is a T-blood flag. I mean, it's equivalent to the American top team flag in the States, I guess. I mean, just to have that flag, and Ishida carries it with him everywhere he goes. And usually, you've seen it before when it's been on his back. You've seen it before when it's been on the pole. I think his record of win to loss is better when it's on the pole than when he's actually had it draped across his back.
The Endless Warrior, the Takedown Dynamo, the Eternal Battery, maybe the Michael Chang of mixed martial arts is Mitsuhiro Ishida. 15 of his 25 fights have gone the distance. He's won 13 times by decision. A former Shudo Pacific Rim welterweight champion. Began training at the Takada Dojo, where he hoped to become a pro wrestler. Has wins over the likes of Gil Melendez, Kotetsu Boku, Marcus Aurelio, Daisuke Nakamura. Has been training with Tatsuya Kawajiri for almost 10 years now. He's also very close friends with Maha Sakurai and Ruita Sakurai. It's his first fight at featherweight, and when he peels off that t-shirt, you are going to see an Ishida with more muscles than a seafood platter. A very entertaining fight who always reps Japanese MMA big time. He is one man who is so proud and so passionate of Japanese mixed martial arts. Always good to see the Endless One in Century, and he receives a fantastic ovation.
DJ Daiki! 赤コーナー168センチ65キロ石田光弘
Fantastic crowd on hand here at the Saitama Super Arena, and they are on the edge of their seats for this one. Ishida returns to action. It's been a while between drinks for him in Dream. The height and reach goes all the way of DJ Daiki. Both men weighed in at 143. It's the first time ever that Ishida has weighed in at 143. And as I said, have a look at the size of the deltoids and the traps and the midsection of Ishida. You could do your washing on his stomach. First round, Michael Chavello, Franco Trigo with you. Both men in southpaw stance. Beautiful hook and takedown from Ishida. Tries to pass, goes inside the half guard. That was pure Ishida awesomeness.
For the wrestler, this is one of the best positions, the half guard. I don't understand. It works very well for me. Every wrestler, Randy Couture gets on top. He's always got a better half guard than being full pass in the full side guard. Really, it's just a position. We know where the guy is underneath him. We can feel every position that he's going to. If anything's going to happen, Ishida has to get moving now. He can't got another decision with this guy because he can get knocked out any time. He's got to find a way to keep grinding this out and keep banging him on the ribs, banging him on the legs, and banging him on the head, kind of like we saw Nakamura do in the first fight of the night.
Ishida can just sit here and smother him like a BP oil spill. He's trying to pass that guard and go to side control. Couldn't quite get there, still stuck inside the half guard. Ishida is just so dominant from this position. This is not where Daiki wanted to be. As I said earlier, he's been honing his Muay Thai skills in Thailand with the great Anuwat, the Iron Hands of Siam, and you know that Daiki doesn't want to be on the canvas. He wants to be on his feet, moving around, testing some of that Muay Thai technique. Ishida goes now to side control. It could be the beginning of the end here for DJ Daiki.
Ishida's a lot more aggressive than he has been in the past. He's obviously lost from he's obviously learned from his last couple of losses how to kind of know that he has to move a lot more and can't just sit there and hold on to anything. But still very dangerous to be in this position.
Side control from Ishida. Little shoulder nudge from him. Constantly working here is Ishida.
He's working on the far side arm triangle. He's got it, but he's got to get his hips all the way across. Right now he's got it on the far side. He's got to eke that knee across, split it across.
Knee on the belly at the moment.
Nice pressure.
Ishida turning. Taking a whole lot of bother here. No, now he's out of there. Ishida working that far arm once more. A lot of instructions here, hands coming from the corner of Ishida. What are they telling their man? Well, from the corner of Daiki, I should say.
Yeah, there's Hideo Tokoro's actually over in the corner of DJ Daiki, and he's basically just giving him a lot of instruction about how to escape here.
Look at him wrench it! Look at him go for it! The Endless One! No, Daiki scrambles out of there, back to his feet. He slapped on that armbar quickly to the little man.
after him right now. It's the perfect time. Both guys need to go after the other guy. One to change the tide, one to continue the tide he's going forward with.
Inside thigh kick from Ishida. Slips through with a cross. That being the left hand of the southpaw. Both men are southpaws. And this is where Daiki wants to be. He's bobbing that lead foot up, Muay Thai style, though a little bit too much. Because it would be easy for Ishida to shoot in on that lead foot. Doesn't want to telegraph it. Nice little toe poke to the midsection there. Ishida setting himself, putting his weight forward. Oh, and a nice teep kick to the midsection. Just catches Ishida as he came in. This is turning into a fantastic contest. Daiki, another teep kick to the midsection. Ishida thought about going for a single. Rides the round kick. Puts him on his back, goes inside the guard. We're back in Ishidaville.
Good time by Ishida. Good job. I take it to keep his foot moving in the front to kind of keep him off balance. Knocked him down once, but didn't capitalize like he should have.
Ishida looking to posture up here. Throws the right hand twice. Can't get past the forearm, but the hammer fist strike does the job. Oh, that'll ring your bell. And again, turns the knuckles in nicely, just above the ear of Daiki. Ishida glances to his corner. And they're pretty quiet compared to the corner of Daiki. They're pretty relaxed and confident that their man is doing everything right so far. Daiki locking up that right arm. Ishida pulls at 3 now. Daiki trying to pull down on the back of the head. Feet on hips to get some room. Nice up kick. Slings the legs to Ishida. Daiki back onto his feet. Sprawls as Ishida shoots in on him.
She's got good power double from here, especially with the ring corner right there. It's easy to drive up onto him.
Tremendously powerful little man is Ishida. Inside the half guard here. He'll look to pass. And he does. Another bad position for Daiki. Halfway through this opening marathon first round. Wherever you're watching these fights, folks, on HDNet, we hope you're enjoying all the action. Don't forget, join all the action on Twitter. Join HDNet Fights. Dream15, the hashtag. And also you can add us. At Frank Trigg, at Shabello Voice, and at Hanslater. Ishida is also on Twitter, if you can find him. Controlling, dictating from side control now is the endless one. And the referee says, boys, let's scoot back to centering a little more. Give you some more room to work here. As Ishida receives more instructions, nods to his corner. Look how confident he is.
Good position. He's got no reason not to be confident. He's controlled the entire pace of this fight. He's pretty much, you know, evened up on the stand-up battle and then has all the takedowns in the ground and pound. So right now he's well on the way to another victory as we come just over halfway through this first round. But he's also had 2 good submission attempts, and I think that's given him a lot more confidence too, as he knows he's in his position to try to finish this fight instead of eking out another decision.
4 minutes remains in this first round. Going to go to town again on that far arm is Ishida, maybe setting up for another submission attempt. Goes inside the half guard as he momentarily had the knee on belly.
I think he got a little nervous there. Looks like he was trying to go all the way to the mount and got nervous, and that leg got slapped into the half guard.
Ishida, so impressive so far. A lot of people called for Sasahara-san to put him back in the dream fold. And Ishida said he planned to jump to the front of the queue in the very heated featherweight division. Certainly, he's pushed everyone else out of the way in that queue. If this display is anything to go by thus far. Lending commentary here tonight for the Japanese pay-per-view is the #1 contender for the featherweight strap, Takaya. You'd have to figure would be in line to face the champion, Bibiano Fernandez. Certainly, I think so.
I agree. Yeah, I think he's next in line for sure.
And these are 2 men, Frank, that I'd like to see added to the Dream team to take on Strikeforce. The Dream guys haven't been doing well so far. I want to see Takaya. I want to see Ishida as 2 of the men to take on some Strikeforce fighters.
No, they haven't been doing well. They've been getting destroyed. It hasn't been even close. I mean, there hasn't been a Dream fight I think that's been close to winning a bout yet, has there?
It has been very lopsided indeed. Ooh, a nice little knee there from Ishida. He takes the back of Daiki. TJ Daiki has just been wrapped up and tied up like a ball of twine for most of this round. Under 2.5 minutes remaining now. Taiki glancing up at the big screens here at the Saitama Super Arena, and I just look around and this crowd has gotten big all of a sudden, Frank.
Yeah, when we first came in here, we were a little nervous. We didn't think it was going to be that full, and then as things progress, here we are in the second fight, and it looks like it's a capacity.
Oh, nicely done there from Taiki, as you saw Ishida try to pass the guard on the left side of the body, and Taiki put him back inside the closed guard. Some peppering punches there from Ishida won't do any damage, but it is a work rate here from the Endless One. Up kicks from Taiki. Got to be careful of those. Don't want to be eating some Taiki foot. Nice double leg. Puts him on his back again.
Smart move. Great way to, it's a great way to keep control of a guy, but he's got to do more. He got another decision here. He needs to keep banging forward and keep pushing forward. He needs to make it dominant in this position, because it gets really difficult after a while. If the judges always see you eking out these wins via decision, they start questioning whether or not you're actually doing anything.
Mitsuhiro Ishida came in as the favourite, minus 195. DJ Taiki minus 155. Ishida looking for his 19th career victory. Taiki for his 12th. Taiki, who has tried his hand at K1 recently, most notably in the under 63 kilo division, which was concluded just last weekend with Tatsuya Yamato winning in devastating fashion against Yuta Kubo in a brilliant finale. Again, Ishida takes the back here.
So he's smart. He's making this thing just a wrestling match. All he's really doing is making it just a continuation of old wrestling matches we used to do in amateur wrestling. He really hasn't changed his style too much. And Taiki's really having a real hard time getting off the bottom, because every time he has a good little window of opening to get back up to his feet, he gets caught again, and Ishida puts him back down to the ground. Both guys are doing a great job of keeping their positions, but Ishida's just a little bit better at what he's doing right now.
I like that. Kicking to the thigh and the hamstring area with the heel by Ishida. Trying to put that other hook in, perhaps open up that left leg of DJ Taiki. Ishida constantly working throughout this round as Taiki gets free now, and Ishida might look to go to side control. He does that. Ishida just showing more control than an episode of Get Smart with 20 seconds remaining in the first. It's been all one-way traffic here, Frank.
Yeah, and it looks like you're going, oh, Ishida's just kicking his butt, but DJ's doing a really, really good job of trying to get to the next position. Ishida's a little bit smarter, a little bit quicker getting there, so he's counting everything that he's doing.
Taiki almost gives his back again here, and now Ishida does take that back. If it was closer to centering, I'd like to see Ishida go for a suplex on him. That would be epic. Into the first round, we go to the towers. Wherever you're enjoying it, folks, hope you are enjoying all the action, especially a big hello to Loretta Hunts at Sherdog, big supporter of all HDNet fights, and she loves some dream action. Loretta, hope you're enjoying the show, sweetheart. And also the night crew at Bloody Elbow, Leland Rolling and all the gang. They do a fantastic job covering Dream, so a big hello to the night crew at Bloody Elbow. Some of the action as it went down. Beautiful double leg here from Ishida, puts him on his back. That was classic Ishida, Frank.
Yeah, he's not doing anything different than what he's been doing his entire career. Is just really jumping into it. He finally gets his topside armbar, but he went a little bit too high. See how he turned to the head? He should have put his body all the way through and dropped down towards his hip. He would have been able to stop this position to keep DJ from popping out of it. He was able to hitchhike out of it, roll out, and get back to his feet. And she was in a great position to finish that fight, but he just went to the wrong side. Instead of shoulder, should have went hip. Another good position here. He's kind of getting caught, getting beat up a little bit, and she just steps in, takes a half a shot, but gets sprawled out on, puts him in a corner, and just digs his way back in again. She is really powerful in this position, still real flexible from the neck. So he's able to do a lot of things that most wrestlers at his level can't do anymore, because he still kept the flexibility that most of us lost as we got a little bit older.
Have a look at the face of DJ Taiki. Those strikes on the ground from Ishida. Look at that, he's lit him up like a Christmas tree. A little bit of a cut over the left eye there of Taiki. He's breathing very heavily in his corner and breathing through his mouth, and that does concern me here for DJ Taiki. Meanwhile, Ishida composed, relaxed. The size of the chest on Ishida here tonight. You could screen a movie on it. He is only about 5'1", so maybe you can screen a short film, not a full-length feature. Second round, final round. And Taiki back on his back.
Right where he wanted to go. I mean, that's one of the tough things about a wrestler, especially a guy that's a short wrestler. Like Ishida is, you can't kick at him without powering through it. If you just give him a little snapping kick, he's going to catch it, run right through you.
Also, big hello to Damon Martin, all the crew at MMA Weekly. I know they're huge fans. Enjoying all the action here at Dream. As Ishida just pins down that right arm and drops a couple of rights of his own. Gotta love the constant work rate here from Ishida. Now Taiki trying to tie up both arms. Ooh, and that was a good slapping punch. He's opened a cut here. He has opened a cut. It looks like it may be the ear bleeding of Ishida or just over the ear. That's some serious power off the back in the right knuckles of DJ Daiki. Oh, and Ishida, listen to that punch just career into the side of the head. Up kicks now, like riding a bicycle upside down. Oh, and this looks like something out of Cirque du Soleil. Getting entangled in the ropes. Ishida takes the back once more here of Daiki.
Now this is the 4th or 5th time he's taken the back, and he hasn't been able to finish this, and he hasn't even attempted to try any kind of chokes or arm bars or Kimuras from this position. There's several positions he can get into submission-wise, but he's been content just to kind of hold on and ride this out, which is one of his flaws in his style. He's really aggressive, he can go for hours, but he doesn't really have that position where he can finish a guy off, and this is a spot now that he's here, he should be able to finish this off if he gets a little bit wiser about his technical ability from his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu standpoint.
Again, you get a good shot of the forehead there of DJ Daiki. The DJ is usually the one doing the scratching, but not in this case. It is the DJ who has been scratched. Ishida gets a couple of more shots up, just trying to pry those arms away so he can sink it around the neck of DJ Daiki, but not working for him here at the moment. Daiki is resilient, Frank. I'll give him that. He's always full of heart.
He hasn't stopped the entire time. He's actually had the tougher job because he's being controlled the entire time. Now that Ishida has on top, he's got a spread or a grapevine, as we like to call it sometimes. He's really getting in a position where he's able to start pushing guys through and start pulling a guy on top. But Taiki's doing all the work, trying to get out, trying to battle out. He hasn't stopped this entire fight. And we're 12 minutes into it, 13 minutes into it.
It is all Ishida here on the ground, smothering, controlling, dominating. He's mounted Daiki now. Nice tight mount, and Daiki is in trouble. There is still a long way to go here. 2 minutes and 15 for Daiki to endure. And just getting a look at that ear there of Ishida, it looks like the cauliflower hath exploded. There is more cauliflower on that ear than my local greengrocer. 2 minutes remaining.
He's a good spot to get this arm triangle to get the head down.
Ishida trying to improve his position. Daiki with nowhere to go. You see him grimacing there. His head's buried under the sweaty chest of Ishida. Ishida tries to scoot around and take his back. Oh, Daiki nicely done. Wow. With that right up kick. There's a big uppercut. Can he swing the pendulum now, DJ Daiki? Ishida wants him down again. He's locked onto a single, now to a double. Daiki trying to remain on his feet, but to no avail. Ishida puts him on his back once more.
Wow. What a great position.
Fantastic work from the Endless Fighter, Frank.
I mean, this is really smart. Great spot, great position. He's really pushing down. Ishida's really put himself in a spot where he needs to be the entire time. This is always on top. But he's in a little bit of a position here. He's a little bit tired. And this guillotine is giving him a little bit of problem out. The hands broke free. His ear's wide open. It's got to be suffering right now. The cauliflower is really, really bad. It's starting to get a little more cut into it. But he's still able to keep going. The Energizer Bunny still has more energy to go.
As I said, the Michael Chang of mixed martial arts seemingly never runs out of energy. Does the Endless Fighter. Mitsuhiro Ishida. Blood streaming out of the cauliflowered ear. It won't faze him. I see the Hanslater has grabbed the microphone.
Taiki's corner is telling him the same thing he's been telling the whole fight. Stand up, stand up, stand up. But doesn't look like it's that easy.
Every time he has stood up, Ishida has found very little problem in taking him down to ground. And with 10 seconds remaining, it is Ishida who once again will impressively grind out a victory in a much welcomed return to Dream, and also his featherweight debut.
Yeah,
and certainly that was so impressive, Frank, that Ishida must be looking towards that #1 contender spot and Takaya.
Yeah, as I said, he can't eke out decisions anymore. He has to win decisively. Otherwise, we're not going to give him the #1 contender spot, because who really wants #1 contender is just going to kind of be there. You want a guy that has a shot and an opportunity to kind of beat the champ, and he can't really do it if he doesn't really push the pace forward.
Ishida pumps his fists into the air.
Does a good job here of almost getting reversed, and he ends up back on top again by putting in just a little quick butterfly guard, laying into a full mount. Ishida's got real strong hips, knows how to ride very, very well, keeps his hips down nice and tight. In this position, he has another spot here. I saw he could have went to a different submission, but DJ just does a great job of getting back, getting his feet back up in front of him, pushing him off, not trying to go back to guard, but getting Ishida off of him so he can get back to his feet. And Ishida just sits here, ties him up, beats him up, and bangs him out. There's more ground and pound than Ishida always has.
Gotta say, Frank, I like Ishida at featherweight.
Looks a lot better.
This is a no-brainer. There you have it. Ishida takes it all three judges' scorecards. Welcome back, endless fighter, Mitsuhiro Ishida. Such a passionate fighter. And certainly he must be eyeing a real shot towards that featherweight strap. It's going to take a couple of more fights for him to get to that #1 contender spot. Folks, coming up next, this one will be interesting. Michihiro Omigawa, Sengoku superstar who has defected to Dream, takes on the very little known young Sam Jung.
Omigawa Michihiro 柔道家時代荒くれ者と恐れられた29歳遅咲きのプロデビューなかなか結果を出せなかっただが階級を落とし大躍進戦国フェザー級で頂点にあと一歩まで迫った昨年大晦日ドリーム高谷博之と対戦
大好物よだれが出るわ
事実上フェザー級日本人最強決定戦といえるこの戦いで伝説の喧嘩師ワンパン KO フェザー級日本人最強は尾身川道弘かドリームに来たからには高谷との再戦はあるのか
前々回やったばっかっすよそんな何ヶ月でも変わんないっすよ実力なんか100回やったら100回勝ちますからねそのぐらい実力あります
てっぺんしか興味はない
世界中から尾身川は一番強いんじゃないか言われて
だからこそ
今回の試合勝たないといけないんですよこの人のためだと
対戦は韓流極道柔術ジョン・ヨンさんソウルの悪道がブラジリアン柔術の関節技とテコンドーの打撃を習得し総合格闘技の世界へ現在勢いに乗る尾身川を倒し一気に世界へ駆け上がる
タイトルマッチじゃなくてベルトもいらないしドリームで一番っていうそのビビアンの首は取れてるそんな感じです
ドリームフェザー級は全員クソったれだ尾身川道弘 VS ジョン・ヨンさん
ただいまより Dream15 本日の第3試合フェザー級ワンマッチを行います
And now for the third match.
青コーナーよりジョン・ヨンサム選手の入場です
Not a lot is known about this Korean fighter, young Sam Jung. Officially listed as 0-2. Both losses by a knockout in the first round, though he tells us he is actually 7-3. Representing Gwanak BJJ and CMA Korea, trains with Jung Cho, who knocked out Ryo Chonan at Astra in April. Both of his mixed martial arts fight in that 0-2 record have been in Spirit MC. He said yesterday at the press conference, I'm not well known in Japan, but I will be famous after I knock out Omigawa. The Japanese fans might be disappointed when I win, but please come and watch anyway. Well, there's a lot of people here watching tonight, but I'm sure most of them have come to watch Omigawa absolutely spank this outsider who comes in at ridiculous odds here tonight. Bigger more so than Cuddles Jan Finney was a couple of weeks ago when she fought Cyborg. Bigger than Sokaju Nagera back in Pride. Bigger than Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. Bigger than Sarah and GSP. Maybe the biggest of all time.
Omigawa Michihiro 選手の入場です。
Fantastic ovation in what was a real coup for Dream to sign this man, Michi Omigawa. He's only lost once in his last 8 fights, dating back to January 2009. He was in this arena as part of Dynamite Team Sengoku versus Team Dream. He was on the Sengoku team on that occasion. But since then, his management, J-Rock, fell out with Sengoku. So he has now signed with rival promotion Dream, and it's great to see Omigawa on the big stage here at Dream. 12 of his 19 fights have gone the distance. Despite a reputation of winning close decisions, he has 6-6 in fights that have gone the distance. You may remember having seen him in Sengoku, some very controversial decisions he won where he really did swing from the gonads of the judges in Sengoku. But we'll see what happens if this one happens to go the distance. I am told it's only a one-fight deal at the moment for Omigawa. If he wins here tonight, and a lot of people consider that he's been given an absolute tomato can to go to work on in the form of Young Sung Jam. Well, that could see that one-fight deal maybe pushed out to 3 or 4. But this is big hands for Omigawa to be here in Dream.
Yeah, you know, like I mentioned before, I was talking to Omigawa's manager, and he actually took him a long time to come around to sign for this fight because he said he wanted a tougher opponent.
青コーナー177センチ 64.8 キロ ジュン・ヤンさん。赤コーナー168センチ 64.8 キロ オメガミチヒロ。
So good ovation here for Michihiro Omigawa. You know, a lot of people say that Japanese mixed martial arts is in a depression or a recession, but once again, Frank, you look around this arena and it's a fantastic crowd here in Saitama. It's going to be around, I'd say, 14,000.
Yeah,
very good crowd
plus,
for a huge arena. First round is 10 minutes long, second round in 5 if it goes that far. The outright favourite here, Omigawa, the complete and utter underdog, is young Sam Jung. Michael, Chavello, Frank Trigg, and the hands later, Hans Thompson with you. Omigawa opening up with the heavy artillery with the hands early on. Young shoots in on him, but came nowhere near to taking Michi down. Inside fire kick from Michi Omigawa. Bork, right hand from Omigawa. He's got some very nice head movement as Omigawa moves well on his feet, bobs and weaves. Good double forearm guard up nice and high. That said though, a confident Jung may have just been selling the fight yesterday, but he did tell us, I'm going to knock out Omigawa. Watch and see. Tell you what, if you threw $100 on Jung, you'd could be smiling very widely if he knocks out Omigawa here tonight.
Jung does have straight, nice punches. He throws them 2 and 3 at a time. He's got a shot here.
Stringing together some combinations, but nothing landing cleanly for the Korean.
Well, unless you call hitting air cleanly.
Clean air shots indeed, by the man who is very inked up. Not often you see a Korean that tattooed. Oh, and Omigawa just fainted and he got caught with that sticky jab. There's a nice 1-2 from Sam Jung. Omigawa skips forward. With a head movement there from Omigawa, gets on the inside of those jabs, and he counters beautifully. Straight right hand, putting the nose through the back of the head. Oh, the big kibosh! This is over, surely! Omigawa just pounces on inside control. And how about Jung? He survives the onslaught. Wow, the Korean's got some heart. He got tagged nicely. And Omigawa just drives the left hand to the jawline. Jung in trouble now.
He's doing a good job of fighting back in there. He's got some good bottom game. He's tying him up, or trying to at least. Omigawa was really good at keeping his hands free.
Omigawa inside the half guard. Hammer fist strike again to the top of the head and locks him up.
This is a good position for Jung. He's not getting hit in the head. It gives him some time to recuperate, think a little bit, try to get a sense about him again. Omigawa's doing a great job of keeping the pressure on top of him. He needs to get that other leg out, so he's trying to finish off this choke.
Jung with the biggest eyebrows I've seen since Eddie Alvarez. Look at that. Animal from the Muppets called. He says he wants his eyebrows back. 7 minutes 35 remaining in this marathon first round, in which so far young Sam Jung has taken enormous punishment. And have a look at this. Have a look at this guillotine here from Omigawa. Jung's going to tap. Can he pop out? He's holding on, the Korean. He's got heart. He's still there for the fight. He's young Sam Jung. And Omigawa finding it hard to finish this Korean opponent. Throws the knee. Jung back to his feet now. Jung trying to lock up that right leg. Omigawa holding on.
Oh,
he's not going to get that guillotine though. Short popping knee to the shoulder region from Omigawa.
Good job, Omigawa dropped Jung's head right to the canvas. He was going for that guillotine. He missed it entirely, but he dropped him on his forehead. It's going to sting him a little bit.
You know that Omigawa comes in against a guy who officially is 0-2, and as I said, is brought in as a simple ring in here for Omigawa to beat. Omigawa knows the pressure is on him here, Frank, to beat him at least inside the first round.
He's got to do it decisively. That can't be some little weak cut or some little guy running into a jab and he falls over. It's got to be a big devastating punch or a big devastating submission to make this thing an absolute exclamation point on this fight.
Holding the back of the head here, controlling the posture of Omigawa, putting him inside the closed guard is Jung. So far, the Korean has weathered a couple of heavy storms from Omigawa. I thought he was a goner earlier on when Omigawa dropped him with that sub-thumping hand, then did some ground and pound. Oh, look at this! Jung goes for an armbar! Wow! Jung threw the legs up, went for an armbar, throws an up kick here, and Omigawa must be thinking to himself, I asked for a harder opponent, this guy is no slouch. Maybe, just maybe, I underestimated him. Frank, it would be embarrassing for Omigawa to lose this fight.
Yeah, it would devastate Japanese martial arts, especially losing to a Korean like this. It'd be a huge deal within Japanese mixed martial arts. It'd be huge. Omigawa, though, right now is still controlling the pace of this fight. Other than Jung has done a couple things that show a little bit of sunlight, but really nothing that's going to change the tide of this fight, at least not at this point.
Jung has impressed us so far. The referee calling for action. He may indeed stand them up, which would favour Jung, who says he's quite ample with his striking. He throws the legs up again, looking for the arm of Omigawa, couldn't get it, and pulls that head down close to his chest. Halfway through the opening round, this marathon round. Omigawa inside the closed guard, tries to posture up on one foot. And the referee does call break now and says, let's get up, boys. And the crowd seems to like that.
This helps Jung a little bit.
First time I've ever seen actually two female corner crew in the corner of a fighter. They're in the Korean corner of Jung, right in front of our commentary position. So a yellow card being issued there for the Korean Jung. who's got a bit of blood around the lips. He looks like a circus clown.
Speaking of circus clowns, Ryan Loco is still staying up watching us, which is interesting because Ryan's an early bed guy. So thanks for staying up, Ryan, and watching this broadcast tonight.
And Ryan would have liked that left hook by Omigawa. There's another left hand by Omigawa. I know that Jason Miller, the Mayhem's enjoying this one. He used to train with Omigawa quite a while ago. Omigawa again looking to hook beautifully off that lead hand. Now steps up, pokes the jab, rips down to the body, uppercut, left hand again. He is just dropping the right hand. He's Jung, and Omigawa with more hooks than a tackle box. Hooks him again, and once more. Omigawa just relentless, and down they go to the canvas with a thud. Omigawa still in the better shots in the stand-up now. That was just a vicious onslaught from Michi Omigawa.
Nice aggressiveness, a lot of wasted energy though. Missed a lot of those punches, just kind of haymakered in, but still ended up on top at the time this whole thing finished off.
Maybe the hamstring, I like that from Omigawa while he was standing. Looks to pass here. Got to be careful though. Look at the way that Jung throws those legs up, constantly looking for the arm if Omigawa leaves it out there. Now he's looking to pull, yeah, he was putting a triangle on him to pull that head down, but couldn't get anything on. Under 3 minutes remaining now in the first round, and for the man they thought was going to be a tomato can, well, hasn't proved that so far. It's been very hard pickings for Omigawa to try and finish Jung. Couple of shots into the rib cage on the left side of the carcass here from Omigawa.
Tight, this one's tight.
The hand might be ready to tap here. They think it's all over. It is now. Good night, Irene. Oh, blood just leaking. Oh, that's horrible. Blood just leaked out of the mouth of Jung. We didn't catch it on the camera, and he's in a very bad state here, Frank. That was quite disgusting. A whole big tap of blood just leaked out of the side of his mouth.
Well, obviously some of those haymakers were thrown earlier, but Omigawa landed because he did get cut inside the mouth. You know, and he's a little bit of a mess. He's still down on the canvas, but he definitely got caught blood. It was a big hit for the haymaker of Omigawa, but another good win for Omigawa. You get a top side guillotine.
So, Michi Omigawa does it on his dream debut. I'm sure he'll be signed for further fights. Will Omigawa. And that was really a disgusting sight. I don't know if we'll get a shot of it here, the blood streaming out of the mouth. Here's the finish.
Big top side, nice squeeze, hips down, heels together as opposed to crossing his legs, and right when he lets go.
Have a look at the mouth here. The referee's arm was actually covering it. There it is. You see the huge gob of blood. It actually trickled down. Well, it didn't trickle down. It spewed down the side of the face of the Korean. And my word, is he is helped in front of our commentary position. He is in a very bad way. Omigawa's got the microphone in center ring as we see the submission once more. Over to you, Hans Later.
I'm Omigawa from Yoshida Dojo. Said right now Japanese MMA is in a bad state, but I really want to take it back, bring it back to where it was. And then he said his catchphrase, "Ksotare," which is a bad word, doesn't really have a good translation, but just...
What's the bad word in English? What does it start with?
Well, it's a derivative of shit, but it basically means something like F you. It's kind of when Omigawa wasn't getting a lot of respect, that was what he would say.
And folks, coming up next, this one is going to be a cracker. Mini Tyson, Melvin Manhoef takes on Tatsuya Mizuno.
あなたは覚えているか、ドリーム旗揚げ戦でミルコの前に散ったこの青年を日本の怪物軍水野達也、桜井マッハ、Omigawaと同じ名門土浦日大柔道部出身。その後サラリーマンを続けながら25歳でプロ格闘家デビュー。日本で数少ない重量級ファイターとして大きな期待をかけられていた。会社を辞め 格闘技一本で生きていくことを決意。その第一戦がドリーム旗揚げのミルコ戦だった。
無謀だよって言ってるお客さんに、あ、こいつやるよ、すげえよっていうのを見てもらえたらな。
会社を辞めてしまったことを一瞬悔やんだ。
家からもう出たくなくなっちゃって、試合に負けた直後はもう外に世間に顔向けできないというか、外歩くのも嫌になっちゃって、ずっと結構引きこもってたんですけど、
このままではいけない。重量級の練習相手を求め海を渡り、名伯楽マットヒュームのもとへ。
There's new fighters on the horizon like Mizuno that are up and coming that Japanese fans should start looking to.
ミルコとやった時とかも本当サラリーマンって週2回ぐらいしか練習してないような状態で出たんですよ。だから今とあの時でレベルが全然違うんですよ。
高校生の時からしてますけどね、まあ真面目なストイックっていう感じの子でしたね。
クソがつくほどの真面目人間。海外の大会で着実に成果を上げる水野。ドリームは呼び戻した。
あれがなかったら本当に今の自分はないのは確かですね。人生変わってくるんじゃないかなっていうのは思ってるんですよね。格闘技人生がこれで勝つ負けるで。
金の卵は大好物。王獣メルビン・マヌーフ。これまで餌食となった日本人は数知れず、あの桜庭岬をも食い散らかした怪物ストライカーが期待の若手を飲み込む。水野にとってはまたもや厳しい試練。
ひたむきに頑張るっていうね、それが彼にはあるんで、最後には勝つ人間ですね。
今回すごく準備をしてきたし、やることをやってきたんで自信持っていけると思うので、あとはやるだけですね。では
怪物くんのドリームが今やっと始まる。水野達也 VS メルビン・マヌーフ。
ただいまより本日の第4試合、ライトフィー級王座挑戦者決定戦を行います。 And now for the fourth match。 青コーナーよりメルビン・マヌーフ選手の入場です。
I'm excited for this one, Frank. Anytime Melvin is in the house, I am excited. Touch my chest, feel it.
No, I'm not touching your chest. I'm not playing with your man boobs. I'm not doing it.
They could cut diamonds at the moment.
That's what scares me, because I have a diamond on my hand. I want you to cut it open.
Look at Mike Passania. The traditional pre-fight hype. The way that he puts Melvin in the zone. The way that he gets Melvin to peak, to climax.
You really need to get home. Really. You've been away from Australia far too long.
Look at Melvin, he's starting to hulk up already. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. You tell him, Melvin. You tell him how it is. Melvin Manhoef about to burst a blood vessel. Yes. I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds good. Yeah! Look at him! Melvin Manhoef does the Manhoef dance! The animal! No mercy! Mini Tyson! He is hyped! He is pumped! He is psyched! Oh, Frank! This place is about to get crazy! Swipe that barcode and it reads, I'm gonna F you up! He sprints to the ring like the ultimate warrior! Look at the ringside official trying to control him! trying to slow him down so he can check him out. Melvin wants inside the ring. Oh, this is epic, Frank. Anytime Melvin is in the house, it is exciting. 23 of his 24 career wins have come via knockout.
Hey, the only thing I gotta say is that Melvin's wearing a black dog collar. We all know it's summer. It's time for the wear a white dog collar.
Through the ropes goes Melvin Manhoef. The gladiator trumps. He is ready to abuse and molest and violate Mizuno.
赤コーナーより水野達也選手の入場です。
You may remember him as the man who got absolutely beaten on by Mirko Krokop. However, Mizuno says at that time he was still working a full-time job. He could only train 2 days a week. Now he is dedicated full-time to being a fighter. Hence he has flown over to the US. He has trained with Matt Hume. He has trained alongside Maha Sakurai. And now he says he's got the recipe to defeat Melvin Manhoef here tonight. And the recipe may not necessarily be on the ground where Melvin is usually susceptible to arm bars. Has only been to a decision once in 12 fights. Is 7-5 overall, 4 knockouts and 3 submissions Mizuno. A third-degree black belt in judo. He comes off back-to-back wins against Rafael Rodriguez in Holland last August, who he subbed with a rear naked choke in just 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And against Ilir Latifi last November, who he knocked out in the 3rd round. He's also been training with Ricky Akio in preparation for this one. It could be interesting.
これより第1試合を行います。青コーナー177センチ90キロ。メルビンマヌ赤コーナー186センチ92.5キロ。水野達也。
What is going through your mind if you are Mizuno? You're called back to Dream after last time you were belted by Mirko Krokop, and now you got to step up against Melvin Manhoef.
That, you know, the last couple times that Melvin's fought, he's been knocked out. So it's actually a pretty good, easy way to go, okay, well, I got a shot against this guy because he's starting to get a little bit more loopy on his punches and he's giving me some space. But also, too, you have to remember the butt kicking he took with Krokop. It's like, this is not good. This is not comfortable for me to be in this spot.
Melvin Manhoef versus Tatsuya Mizuno. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg, Hans Thompson with you ringside. Melvin will look to set that right hand. High front kick there from Mizuno. Shoots in early. He wants Melvin on the ground, it seems.
He's smart. That's where put him.
And there's the right hand from Melvin. He uses it to set up the left hook. Don't forget it was in this arena that Melvin knocked out Mark Hunt in only 17 seconds. This is the semi-final for the Dreamlight Heavyweight Grand Prix, semi-final number 1. The winner will take on either Gegard Mousasi or Jake O'Brien for the title. Melvin weighs in the leanest of all the 4 combatants at 198, Mizuno at 203.5. Melvin here is the favourite at -650, Mizuno at +400. Body shot there from Melvin, left hook. You can smell, you can sniff a big kibosh coming here from Melvin. Mizuno wants him down, but Melvin's doing a good job of staying on his feet so far. Tries to turn over the knuckles on that right hand.
Melvin gets the space right here and open up a 3-punch combo. Take a half step back as soon as he can.
Oh, Mizuno cannot afford to take these heavy shots. He takes a body shot that almost folds him in half. Another slapping right hand from Melvin. And the crowd appreciating the heart here of Mizuno. As As Melvin tries to counter, there's the right hand! And Melvin wants him back on his feet. Melvin does not want to go inside the guard here of Mizuno, and he goes in the half guard.
Not smart. Melvin should have backed up and made him come back to his feet. He should have forced his back on his feet, knocked him down with that right hand. Could have hit him, could have faked him right and threw a left hook and put him out.
Left hands from Melvin. Mizuno puts him inside the guard. This is much better for Mizuno. Did Melvin make a cardinal mistake in going down on the ground when Mizuno wants him?
You got to be smart about your game plan. You got to know where to put it, and this is exactly where Manhoef wanted Mizuno to put this fight, was on the ground. Manhoef put himself in the right spot.
The armbar. We know that Melvin is susceptible to the armbars. We saw him get armbarred here at Dream 10 by Francisco Filio. Not Francisco Filio, Paolo Filio. Getting my Filios mixed up.
I'm feeling you, Filios.
Melvin's got to get it back to his feet here. And he can from this position, Frank.
Yes.
He could easily stand up because he doesn't want to get those legs thrown up and walk into an armbar. And Mike Passanio in front of us has shouted that exact thing, and Melvin listens. Back to their feet. This is Melvinville. This is Hopland. Melvin's sitting that right hand. He may go for the leaping left hook. Mizuno is carrying that right glove in southpaw stance very low. He shoots in over the top, comes Melvin with the right hand. And Melvin stay vertical here. Oh, he's hooked the ropes and hit it straight onto it.
Mizuno's got to get him on his ground. He's been on the ground already underneath him. He needs to get on the ground on top of him now and see what he can do from there. He needs to get moving, though. He can't stay in his position. Melvin's doing a good job of using that underhook and the overhook to kind of keep him high, so he can't finish. Oh, good foot sweep. Good tight toes by Mizuno.
Inside the guard of Melvin Manhoef, and the referee is going to give them a little bit more space to work from now. Mike Passanio is absolutely having a fit in the corner of Melvin. And the official outside the ring walks over and gives him a slap and a tickle and says, "Settle down, Big Mike." I think he is irate, Frank, that Melvin is not keeping this one on its feet. And he's now on his back with Mizuno in the top position.
In the middle of the ring. A lot of real estate here. Mizuno's good for this position. He's not great for this position, but he's good from this position. But he definitely has a lot more submissions than Manhoef has submission defense.
Right hand curling in from Mizuno. I don't think he'll pound out Melvin.
No, I think
that's not going to happen. Melvin's not going to get a sub on him, though. As Mizuno goes to half guard, he'll try and pass and go to side control. From there, he can work that arm bar. It is the kryptonite of Melvin Manhoef.
The other thing you can do from here, too, is Mizuno can lay on top for the next 6 minutes. And that can take a lot of energy away from Manhoef, so his punching won't be as sharp and as tight if it gets into the second round, or if they get back to the feet later on.
Melvin holding him down, just controlling the posture, not allowing Mizuno to get a better position here. He's locking up the leg as well, not allowing him to pass. Mizuno mounts him. Now back inside the half guard, and there was a little bit of trouble there momentarily for Melvin.
Good job of Manhoef, though, to bring his hips up and get himself back in the half guard at least. Now he's all the way past, though. Big trouble here.
Danger. Because from here, you know that if Mizuno gets up, he throws the leg over and tries to sink the arm bar.
That's a Matt Hume tactic right there, coming to nose and mouth as you put that arm down. It makes them move their hands out, which makes the ability to put your knee on the near side arm or attack the far side arm bar.
Might be going for a Kimura here. Melvin could be in trouble yet again. This is not where Melvin wants to be.
Melvin's got a good job. Melvin had to straighten it out and get it away from his body. That's exactly what it did, and it popped out there.
There is a long time remaining in this round for Melvin to be in this position when Mizuno can just keep firing submission attempts at him. Neon belly here from Mizuno. A little hammer fist strike to the side of the jaw. Oh, a knee to the side of the head. Melvin is in a whole lot of bother here. He's going to try and go for that Kimura again.
He's got to pack it down. See, it's away from the body. Melvin's in a good position here. He needs to get Melvin back on his back and straighten it out. Melvin's done a good job of counting by turning into it and trying to keep it straight away from his body. If Melvin goes flat on his back, it's going to get tighter.
Melvin saw the knee coming, brought up the forearm to the side of the head.
Mizuno didn't pack it. He didn't pack it down by the hip. He made an easy way out.
That was to the back of the head. The referee didn't actually catch that one. Melvin grimacing here. He is holding on desperately as the Dutchman. Mizuno working for the finish. Oh, cracks it down, going for the money shot. And again, This is just horrid for Melvin. He's got to get out of there now, Frank. What can Melvin possibly do?
Keep turning into it. He's got to bring that hand, tuck it back underneath his body, break the key lock, and roll his way out of this. He's in a bad position. He's got to get him off this arm entirely, because every time he attacks it, it takes a little bit out of that arm. That's his left hook side.
Mizuno now going for an armbar. Melvin is in trouble. No! He pulls it out like Excalibur from the stone. Beautifully done. Now Melvin on top. Time for some ground and pound. Back to his feet. And his corner is saying, stay there, Melvin. Stay there. And Mike Passanier is clapping, saying, yes, here we go.
That's why when you ever have a great position, you never exchange positions. You never go for a submission. It's going to put you on the bottom if you're on top.
Now Melvin has to be smart. He fires a 1-2. There's a 3 being the left hook. And he hits a solid left hand from Mizuno. Melvin in trouble. Mizuno's caught him. Mizuno's caught him. Oh, he's punching the pad. Melvin out of the ropes. Melvin in a whole lot of bother. Melvin's corner's going ape. They're going crazy. They're saying to the referee, pull them back inside. What an awesome scene here in Saitama. Pandemonium ringside.
A perfect spot for Melvin to fall. None of those punches hit him because he was on the pad covering his face.
Specks of blood on the camera there. And once again, Mizuno goes to work on the far arm. Melvin Manhoef all tied up, in trouble in the corner here, Frank.
Mizuno's got a nice impact towards his hip. He just needs to bring that far wrist and get it on that far shoulder. He's got to put it across Manhoef's back. Now Melvin, he's smart, will keep it in front. He's got to get it back in front again.
Melvin's going to tap! Melvin's going to tap! He looks like a fish out of water, gasping for air! It's good night, Irene! My word! Mizuno pulls off an epic victory!
That's a huge upset in my mind. I think Manhoef had the great position, the great ability, but Mizuno went after the space that he knew he had to put Manhoef in was down on his back. And what I say earlier, I think the win-loss record when someone has Matt Hume as part of the training camp is about 90%. And he had Matt Hume in training, and you see Matt Hume right there. What a great job on Mizuno.
Frank, what did Melvin do wrong?
When he had it back on his feet, he started swinging haymakers. This is the problem in MMA. Guys, don't think about the jab anymore. You only think about the big right, the big hook, the big uppercuts, and everything about using that jab. You need to set Mizuno up and outside him with a little bit of jab, a little body blows, but he's back at him again with some quick, heavy punches, but only making up to 4 punches, one super heavy. Because every time he threw a heavy punch, Mizuno got right underneath it, took him down to the ground. Or if this is enough, he's going to get hit again.
Mizuno cannot believe it here. The emotion is just flowing. And this crowd that was mostly on Manhoef's side because he's so popular here in Japan have now swung the way of the Rocky Story Mizuno. Disappointment for Mike Passanier. He is absolutely going to slap Melvin around with a bag of ice out the back because once again Melvin made all the cardinal mistakes that have so seemed to litter his mixed martial arts career of late.
It's been real tough on Melvin because he's in a position where he doesn't have a lot of knowledge, and that's the problem. He's losing due to poor technique. And he's losing due to poor positioning within the fight. And as the fight goes along, it gets worse.
Here's Mizuno, and we go to the hands later. Hans Thompson.
He said, I'm light heavyweight Mizuno from Japan. I'm really happy. Said, even just a little bit more would be fine. Even just one more win would be fine. Please continue to support me. Said, I want to thank, he's thanking everybody in America and Matt Hume, saying that only about 10% of it was him. Again, thanking all the fighters who came with him to support him, and thanking the crowd. Thank you very much. Said, after this, I have several more fights. Please continue to support me. I'm definitely going to win.
You saw the corner there, Matt Hume, Maha Sakurai, Wiki. And you know what? I applaud you, Mizuno, because I didn't think you would do it. Most people didn't think you would do it. And you showed heart, you showed intestinal fortitude, you stuck to the game plan, and you won. Folks, coming up next, Gegard Mousasi returns to Dream Action and takes on Jake O'Brien.
イランで生まれオランダで育ち格闘技で出会った17歳から世界のリングを渡り歩き無敗を誇っただが日の当たる場所は遠く用心棒を務めながらただチャンスを待ったそしてたどり着いたのは日本打撃、寝技の二刀流下馬評を次々と覆しドリーム初代ミドル級世界王者その年の大晦日初の K1 ルールで日本の武蔵を1ラウンド KO ドリームのエースはさらなる夢を抱いた
I want to be a heavyweight and eventually I want to be a champion in heavyweight That's my eventually goal
翌年ウェイトアップを図り初戦からエンジン全開スーパーヘビー級のマークハントひとひねりさらにアメリカストライクフォースライトヘビー級でも活躍狙うはドリーム2階級制覇対するは UFC ヘビー級の仕事人ジェイク・オブライエンデビューから7連続1ラウンド KO を果たし UFC 重量級戦線に躍り出た実力者マニアもうなる本格派が階級を落としドリーム初見参道は険しくとバカモン人類最強への第2章始まるゲガール・ムサシ VS ジェイク・オブライエン
ただいまより Dream15 本日の第5試合ライトヘビー級王者挑戦者決定戦を行います
And now for the fifth match
青コーナーよりジェイク・オブライエン選手の入場です
It's gonna be some stuff you're gonna see that's gonna make it hard to smile in the future. But through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. You gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit.
In the blue corner from the USA
Lenny Hart with the longest rendition of the name Jake in human history. Jake O'Brien struts his way to the Dream Ring for the very first time. The man they call the Irish Blanket due to his controlling, methodical style. Brings in a record of 13-3, went undefeated actually in his first ever 10 fights in MMA, finishing 8 consecutive opponents, starting with his debut. And there's one for all of you who I know are playing the debut drinking game on Twitter, so you can now do a shot. Has a win over Heath Herring, some tough losses to the likes of Andrei Arlovsky, Kay Velasquez and John Jones. We're also to Purdue, of course, in Division 1. Trains at Integrated Fighting Academy in Indianapolis, along with Chris Lytle and Matt Matroni. Has actually been plagued by stingers, a very painful nerve condition for his entire competitive career. At one point, he was rumoured to be on the brink of retiring. Now finds himself here in the Dream light heavyweight mix. And look at the man in his corner there, Frank Trigg.
Rico Rodriguez. Yeah. Slimmed down Rico Rodriguez. Very interesting.
Very lean, Rico Suave.
Is it really a debut drinking game on Twitter?
There is indeed.
Okay, debut.
No, the way that I say it, the Australian way, debuted.
Who the hell says debut? It's like saying sukas.
Come to Australia.
Dabu, dabu,
Come
dabu.
to Australia.
Dabu, is that a name of isn't that, that's Count Dracula's assistant, isn't it? Dabu?
Insert silence here, because I do not know.
You should know. Did you just come back from there?
I did. I came back from Dracula's castle.
See?
You're scaring me, Trick. Hans lady, you're tapping me on the shoulder. You've got a microphone there, Hans. Use it. What do you want? What are you trying to say to me, Hans? Speak. Speak. You're tapping me on the shoulder.
I was just mentioning Jake O'Brien here. He looks a little bit paunchy, and we were talking earlier about his problems with the...
Well, wouldn't you look paunchy, Hans, if you dropped from 226 yesterday to 212? I mean, a ridiculous weight that he came in at.
Especially when the weight class is 205.
Now all I can think about is that stupid drinking game. I'm wondering who's worse. Is it Crooklyn? Is it Steve Cofield? Is it Ryan Loco? Is it Evan Showman? Yeah. Which one is more hammered?
Big hello to Crooklyn too and all the team at Step Out Radio. Do a fantastic job, as do the team at MMA Junkie Radio, MMA Scraps Radio. All the supporters of HDNet Fights.
It seems like everybody's up tonight.
Everybody indeed.
Gegard,
Mousasi. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Mousasi. The Dream Catcher, which I think is one of the worst nicknames in mixed martial arts. We've got to think of something a lot different for Mousasi. 28-3-1, 17 wins by knockout, 9 by submission, over a 90% finishing rate, a 61% KO ratio alone. Former Dream middleweight champion now goes for the Dream light heavyweight championship, coming off that loss for the Strikeforce light heavyweight title against the Royal King Mo Lawal. Big hello to King Mo. I know he's watching Dream. He loves himself some Japanese mixed martial arts. Mousasi, who comes in as a favourite here at -400, really does need to get a win here. Jake O'Brien comes in as the underdog at +300. Mousasi on the apron and through the ropes. The man who was born in Armenia, his family fled to Iran during a conflict and then ended up in Holland during the Iran-Iraq War.
青コーナー191センチ96キロジェイク・オブライエン赤コーナー186センチ93キロゲガー・ムサシ
Okay, all is in readiness for this matchup. Gegard Mousasi with a must-need win, and Jake O'Brien looking to really shake up this light heavyweight Grand Prix that you figure was probably scripted for a Mousasi Manhoef final. That is not going to happen. It will be Mizuno to take on the winner of this one. We are just being informed over the PA here, as I mentioned at the outset of our broadcast, that Jake O'Brien comes in with a yellow card and a 10% purse deduction for coming in overweight, Hans.
Apparently, the doctor told Jake O'Brien that it would be dangerous to his health to drop any more weight than he already had in the sauna, and that's why they decided to make that catch weight of 96 kilos.
Mousasi, who himself looks very lean, he did weigh in at 204.6 and always relaxed. You know it's definitive and determined Mousasi when he sports the 4-day stubble.
It will still be for the light heavyweight contendership, and Gegard Mousasi will get that penalty that is taken from Jake O'Brien's purse.
So he's 10% the richer, Gegard Mousasi. Also, big hello to Zeus and the team at MiddleEasy.com and also the team at MMAVella.com. Hope you're enjoying all of the action. Big supporters of Dream HDNet Fights. As we are about to rock and roll second match, second semi-final in the light heavyweight Grand Prix, Gegard Mousasi takes on the Irish blanket, Jake O'Brien. Michael Chavello Franco Trigo with your ringside. O'Brien shoots in early. Well, what's his game plan, do you think?
Smart guy, that's what he's doing. Why sit in front and get punched in the face from Mousasi? That's just stupid.
Mousasi, one of the better strikers in mixed martial arts, has actually fought K1 at Dynamite 2 years ago and defeated Mousasi in what was one of the hardest fights I've ever had to commentate. Mousasi versus Mousasi. Single leg here from O'Brien, trying to get Mousasi on his back, not working at the moment though. Mousasi, guillotine! That's good night, Irene! Wow! That was easy!
Well, I knew it was going to go that way, but I think it was going to go that way. But I thought for sure it was a Mousasi knockout, not Jig O'Brien getting caught in a guillotine because he's just stupid. That made no sense. I don't understand. I mean, Jake got a good shot. He should have been in battle, swung to the outside. But his head down, it's the reason why you can't shoot, signals when you head by a guy's hip and you get caught in that guillotine. You got to step in there, try to pick him up, and get him moving quickly.
You know, I'm glad that Jake O'Brien didn't win this one here. I think you disrespect the Dream Light Heavyweight Grand Prix Championship and you disrespect Dream in a big way. Making your debut here tonight when you come in so gratuitously and ridiculously overweight, Frank.
Yeah,
it shows no respect for the organisation, no respect on them having flown you out here to fight on this major promotion, give you the airtime, and you rock up looking like that at 226 pounds.
I mean, that makes no sense. I don't understand why you'd even think about showing up without actually being ready to make weight, especially as a former wrestler.
Hi everyone.
勝ちました。ありがとう。
Thank you for coming to watch the fight and support the fighters.
試合を見に来てくれて、そして選手たちを応援に来てくれてありがとうございます。
I'll do my best. I will train hard and come back to fight for the light heavyweight title next time. And thanks for coming. Thank you.
これからまたベストを尽くして一生懸命トレーニングをして次はライトヘビー級のタイトルが取れるようにまた日本に戻ってきます。ありがとうございました。
And folks, coming up next, this one will be fantastic. Our semi-main event, Katsunori Kikuno and his creepy smile from hell takes on the returning Jake Z. Calvin.
We'll be right back with more as HDNet presents Dream 15. Welcome back, fight fans. We'll return to the action from the Saitama Super Arena in Japan shortly. But right now, it's intermission time.
Wherever you're watching this one, and a big hello to all of our fans on HDNet watching across North America. Sit back and prepare for the pop. Prepare for the pageantry and the madness of Dream.
We love Japanese MMA.
See it for us, Lenny Hart. Yes, 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 yes! Minowa Man! He rocks the mullet. He rocks the Speedos, and he rocks our world. This would be extraordinary.
He's going for the heel. Oh my gosh.
He's done it! 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 Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Kikuno Hironaka, who is the third strongest of the current Japanese mixed martial arts fighters. Good straight right hand from Hironaka. Liver kick, right hand, big kibot, all over. Wow! Kikuno, liver kick, wicked combination, and just like that, Hironaka is out of it. Kid looking for his 18th career victory. Kiko looking for his 5th. This could get a little crazy. Flicking front kick there from Lopez. Curls in the right hand as Kiko Lopez. Oh, he gets caught! That's over. Good night, Irene. Lopez is astral traveling. My word, that was brutal.
I cannot believe that. That was absolutely amazing. He caught him completely flush. His eyes are still wide open on the knockout.
He's back. Kick is back. The first time ever. You've heard so much about it. The white cage is finally happening. The god of Japanese mixed martial arts is in the house yet again. You cannot dislike this man. He thinks he's discovered some chinks in the armor of the deity that is Kazushi Sakuraba. Shoots a single leg, gets the takedown. Was always going to happen. Very few men. Oh, he's going for the sub early. Sakuraba looking for an early submission as Galasik thunders into the side of the head. It's exposed. Sakuraba could be in trouble.
Sakuraba needs to let that leg go. He's gonna go for a knee bar now. Oh my gosh, he might have got it. Oh my God.
Irene! It's good night, Irene! It's good night, Irene! Oh my! Sakuraba brings the house down! Everybody worship the god of Japanese mixed martial arts!
Oh my gosh, look at his face though. He took the shots in that one. Oh my goodness.
Main event. The featherweight championship is on the line. Left hook, right hand from Takaya. Here come the power salvos. Double leg from Fernandez. Couldn't get a takedown. Body shot. Oh, nice counter. Here comes Fernandez. We've got a war in center ring. They are throwing down. This is epic. This is awesome. Final 10 seconds, lands the left hand. Fernandez swinging. Fernandez swinging. Takaya with an uppercut. Final blow of the fight. Fernandez lands a right hand. It's over. It's over. It's over. It was epic. Viviano Fernandez is the Dream Featherweight Champion. Cole Escovedo, former WEC Featherweight Champion, who of course didn't fight for 3.5 years after a serious staph infection that left him partially paralyzed. Nice uppercut, trying to put the chin through the top of the head. Maeda like a house on fire, showing the power salvos early. Bon Jovi style, shot to the heart from Maeda. Uppercut missed the target from Maeda. Takes it inside. Oh, the big kibosh! It's over! It's over! It's over! My word! My word! That was awesome! Wow! We're not even seeing a shoot attempt here.
Not a shot, not a jab, not a punch, not a dreadlock swaying in the wind. I wish these guys would get to work.
Oh, the big kibosh! It's over! It's over!
Oh my goodness!
It's good night, Irene!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me on that one. You've got to be kidding me. Boy, everybody to sleep, including his opponent, had been talking while he was not paying attention.
Hey,
oh
look,
my goodness.
that's a damn good technique, apparently.
Yeah, apparently
got him the championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, middle of man, the smallest man in the tournament is the Super Hulk champion. If you put a $1 bet on Marius Saromskis, it gets you $5.50 for the win. Oh, smack bang! Saromskis with a big kibosh and the flying knee. Oh, the round kick, a big kibosh. Here comes Saromskis.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
It's over. The Dream welterweight title on the line, and Saromskis will be looking to give Jason High his second KO loss.
Oh, the big kibosh! The big kibosh!
Oh my gosh!
The big kibosh! It's over! It's over! It's over!
Oh my God!
One of the greatest knockouts we have ever seen! Marius Saromskis is the welterweight champion of Dream!
Saromskis, the raging demon, the white.
Oh my gosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! He's done it again! Marius Saromskis!
Hold on, wait a minute, let me put some
Saromskis in it!
Oh, boom! Shakalaka! Sakuraba needs a miracle! He needs a miracle! Gracie may do it! Saku holding on! It's over! Harley Gracie becomes the first Gracie to have no losses against his name against Kazushi Sakuraba. We are set for 3 by 5. I don't think this one will go the distance. He fires them right, doubles up.
Oh, the big kibosh! I told you! It's the night, Irene!
Yes! Takaya has knocked out the Hellboy! Shoots in for a double leg to Sakurai. Now Sakurai in the top position. He's got to be careful though. Diaz very effective with the subs off his back.
Oh, the armbar! The armbar! It's trouble! It's good night, Irene!
Thanks for watching, fight fans. We'll return right after this break with the rest of tonight's action as HDNet presents Dream 15.
I'm here at Dream 15. It has been a fantastic card, and still with 2 fights remaining on tonight's card. Kikuno versus JZ Kelvin, and then the lightweight championship on the line as Shinya Aoki is set to take on his arch nemesis Tatsuya Kawajiri. What a night we've seen so far, Frank. We have torn through this card. It opened up in style with Nakamura pulling off what many considered an upset over Karl Amoussou. Ishida showing he is very proficient at featherweight, completely dominating DJ Daiki. Omigawa making a little harder work than we thought against Jung Sam. Mizuno upsetting Melvin and Manhoef. And then Mousasi making, what was it, 31-second work out of an overweight and very ugly Jake O'Brien in that last fight.
You know, that fight with Mousasi and Jake O'Brien went the way I thought it was going to go. You come in out of shape, you come in overweight, you come in not willing to cut the weight, you come in complaining about having to make the weight, even though that's what you signed to make that particular weight. I mean, it's just, you deserve to go out that way. I mean, it was a very bad fight. It looked horrible. So that's the way it works. I'm really happy though with Ishida, you know, down to lower weight. I think he should have went down there probably a year ago. He's always been undersized, height-wise. But because he's so aggressive and has so much energy, he's able to beat a lot of guys at that style. But now the guys are getting better. The guys are getting more well-rounded. Ishida is still a great wrestler and now can actually use that to finish fights. One of the talking points of the night is Mizuno's win over Melvin Manhoef. As we said, you know, it was Melvin who came in as the heavy favorite on the betting lines, especially betonfighting.com had him as a heavy favorite over Mizuno. Mizuno, though, that training with Matt Hume and Maha Sakurai seemed to pay off huge dividends. Once again, though, what mistake did Melvin make? I mean, for me, it was evident. What was it, about a minute 15 in when he chose to go to ground with Mizuno. And for me, that was the beginning of the end. That is where Melvin started to unravel, because it's like, oh no, why do you break our heart like this time and time again, Melvin, when you've got Mike Passania in your corner screaming, bursting a blood vessel, about to have a fit, shouting to stay on your feet? Why does he go to ground continually and just tear our hearts out? You know, one of the things is that a lot of corners don't have the trust of their fighter when they're out there. A lot of people go out there and fight, and they don't really listen to the corners. They've been in camp with them for 8 weeks, 12 weeks, you know, sometimes 16 weeks, and they don't get it through their head. They have to listen to the corner. The corner can see things that they don't. They don't follow their game plan. Whatever the game plan was set for the fight, they don't follow it, and as a result, they end up doing stupid things. And we've seen it happen a lot. I mean, people get anxious in the middle of a fight. It is a fight. Chaos happens, and people just don't break. They break down on what they were trained to do to get ready to get into that fight. Manhoef just does not understand that he's not very good at the ground. He needs to stay away from it no matter what happens. As a result, every time he gets in trouble or gets excited, he immediately goes to the ground. That said, Frank, with Mizuno now training full-time and training under the auspices of the wizard Matt Hume, do you see him, when the light heavyweight Grand Prix final comes around, being a threat for Mousasi? Can Matt Hume develop a game plan, as King Mo did, to somehow effectively beat Mousasi? Well, you know, King Mo actually developed the game plan that beats Mousasi every time, even though Mousasi is trying hard to develop a better wrestling game plan. He's learning, obviously, we saw against Jake. He's got some okay takedown defense. He obviously has a guillotine there if you lay there long enough. I mean, but pretty much my 8-year-old daughter could have put a guillotine on him. And it's just in that position. I mean, Jake just had his head down and was sticking out there, getting ready to get choked on. But I think Hume can actually put Mizuno in a position where he can actually learn enough to be able to beat Mousasi and at least give him a great go and make it so it's going to be actually have to go to a split decision with the judges, which is what you kind of want. Lual showed us how to do it, and that's take him down, lay on top of him, give him peppering shots. He's very, very difficult to knock out. He's very, very difficult to sub because he is so tough mentally and physically. He knows how to stay in the game. So he's not going to be a guy you can get a one-punch put on the ground and knock him out. He's a guy that you're going to have to learn how to really, really beat in every position. To do that, you have to have a great game plan like Muhammad Lual does. Out-wrestle him, out-position him, outpace him the entire time. At the end of the night, the refs give you the decision. And folks, 2 more fights remaining on tonight's card. The semi-main event, Katsunori Kikuno puts his Kyokushin style, puts his crescent liver kick to the test against JZ Kelvin. JZ, once regarded as one of the top in the world, particularly as being the former 2-time Heroes middleweight champion, returns to the ring. How will ring rust affect JZ? How will his knees hold up? And then, of course, that main event that everyone is speculating about. The champion Aoki comes in as a very slight favourite, but so much momentum has been built for his arch rival Kawajiri, and indeed most fans on Bloody Elbow, on Sherdog, on the Underground, and the other leading sites say Kawajiri is going to be the man. Let's take you through some highlights of tonight's card so far.
Ready? Fight!
나카무라ジャンプとともにナカムラ勝者ナカムラカズヒロ
Ready? Fight! 올라갈 때 기분 땡기고
슈샤 오미가와 미치히로 and the winner from Japan Michihiro
fight
Fight!
Well, there you have it. How about that? An Uberine-style guillotine there from Gegard Mousasi, and a short night for O'Brien. As we're about to return to action very soon, two more fights remaining on tonight's card. Kikuno versus JZ Calvin is set to be an absolute corker. And then the main event for the Lightweight Championship of Dreams, Shinya Aoki takes on his arch rival, his nemesis, Tatsuya Kawajiri. Frank, I cannot wait for that one. The bookmakers have them very, very close. I think it's like Aoki at -115, Kawajiri at -125. They're saying it's hard to separate. We believe it's hard to separate, though once again, you go on most of the internet forums and most people are leaning in the way of Kawajiri. They're saying that Kawajiri is going to Sakurai Aoki. So once again, folks, two events coming up still on tonight's card. Kikuno versus JZ Calvin, Aoki versus Tatsuya Kawajiri. We are also going to see an announcement made soon about Dream 16, which will be live on HDNet. It's going to happen September 25, I'm told, so mark that one in your calendars. September 25 for Dream 16. I'm also told for K1 fans, the K1 Final 16 from Seoul in Korea will be on October the 2nd. So huge fight cards coming your way, but none bigger than right here tonight at the moment. We saw the highlights recently. We saw a gutted Melvin Manhoef. Question marks being raised also, Frank, from that fight. Melvin did spend some time under the ropes, under the turnbuckle, and should the referee have stopped the fight and pulled them back to center ring?
Well, you know, yes and no. I mean, obviously, if there was any damage was being done, yeah, but the ring post was stopping every punch that was coming towards his face when there was no damage happening. And really, from the bottom, he had a position where he could have moved and could have took a break while he was in there, so he should have not have been complaining about getting pulled back in and just kind of kept his space and kept his positioning. And he ended up getting pulled back in to get for the worse for the wear anyway. So it really didn't make that much of a difference. Yes and no on that position. You know, I'm one of those guys, like, get it back into the center of the ring. I want to see more things happen, so pull it back in immediately. But they thought not to leave it there and just said, let's give him a couple seconds, see what happens, and they moved it later.
Two more fights remaining on tonight's card. Aoki and Kawajiri is the big talking point, of course, the lightweight strap on the line for Shinya Aoki, who needs to impress here tonight after being absolutely schooled by a very clever game plan from Gil Melendez last time out in Strikeforce. And Aoki cannot afford to make any of the mistakes that he made against Melendez in Nashville, Frank. And you figure that Kawajiri is going to try and take a leaf out of the Melendez playbook for the fight against Aoki.
Well, he doesn't have much of a choice. I mean, the problem is that basically you're talking about a bigger, stronger Melendez and Kawajiri. So you really can't make the same mistakes because Aoki's whole style is waiting for you to make a mistake, and he capitalizes on it. Well, Melendez never made a mistake, and if Kawajiri doesn't make any mistakes, then he's going to be able to win this fight. So it all depends on what does Kawajiri do, not what does Aoki do.
Okay, folks, we are ready to recommence Dream 15 from here at the Saitama Super Arena. Here it comes.
日本がもう一度夢見ることができる、そんな戦いをしようじゃないか。この選手の新しい挑戦が始まります。
So we're about to recommence here. I believe there are some announcements that are going to be made very soon. Sit back and enjoy all the action, folks.
ドリームフェザー級に参戦。プリンス最後の挑戦、宇野薫。
Yes, indeed. The little gremlin is back, Carluno. One of the Japanese mixed martial arts favourite, an all-time favourite indeed here in Japan, and so many fans right around the world. And I believe we are going to see Carluno make an announcement that he will be appearing at Dream 16. Hans, he is big time here in Carluno, has been for many years, one of the pioneers of Japanese mixed martial arts.
Yes, sir. He's considered one of the 4 legends of Shuto.
Who are the other 3, Hans? Put you on the spot there.
I always forget the 4th one, but
Maha Sakurai,
Rumina Sato, Carluno, and the 4th guy I can never remember off the top of my head.
Who is it, Franco Trigo?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea who the fourth pillar is.
Here's Carluno in the ring, and over to the Hanslater, the translator, Hans Thompson.
こんにちは、宇野薫です。約2年間海外で挑戦してまして、結果を出せずに悔しい気持ちでいっぱいで、引退も
I was challenging myself overseas for 2 years, but I wasn't able to get a good result, and I came back feeling really sad.
気持ちと夢があるので、
But I still want to continue to improve myself.
ドリームのリングに帰ってきたいと思いました。
And I want to return to the Dream Ring one more time.
階級もフェザー級という階級に下げて、
I'm going to drop to featherweight.
最後になるかもしれないです。
And this could be my last fight.
頑張りたいと思いますので、応援よろしくお願いします。
So please continue to support me.
Do not feed him after midnight. Do not get him wet. The little gremlin will be back at Dream 16. It'll be fantastic to see Carluno in action once more. He certainly looks happy to be back here in Japan, Carluno. Fantastic crowd on hand here at the Saitama Super Arena. They have come out for a sweltering Saturday afternoon of action.
僕は武術、武道なんで、どっちが生き残るか、勝つことすら目標ではなくて、生き残るためにどうするのかっていう、そのために命を懸けることはそんなに嫌じゃないです、はい、命自体よりも命の使い方に興味があります。
三日月蹴り、菊野勝則。
僕たちの鹿児島人はもう何度も知覧特攻基地だとか加瀬蘭特攻基地だとか何とか言いたいとお母さんってみんな書くんですよね。行くわけですよね、国のために。今この平和な世の中で僕の命をどう使いたいかっていうのをすごく大切にしてて。
戦いとは命のやり取り。人たちで切るべく三鎮の構えで間合いを制す。そして
なるほど。
これが必殺三日月蹴り。
内面的なものがもっと重要であって、多分武士の世界の試合勝負っていうのはそうだという試合かも殺し合いの試合ですよね。お互い交差するじゃないですか。その瞬間に倒れるんですよ、相手は。
現代に生み落とされた狂気の武士。
そうですね、もう刀ってイメージですね。打ち合いをしたらいけない。 打ち合いとかも殺されてる、あばらであったり溝であったり顔でもいいんだったら刺したいんですけど、本当に相手を殺してしまいかねない技なので反則とされてるんで拳で殴りますけど、三日月蹴りっていうのは今のルールでは禁止されてないので使わせていただいています。
一の太刀を疑わず二の太刀はいらず、果たしてこの闘神に通じるか。キングオブヒーローズ JZ カルマ。リオデジャネイロのスラムが生んだ小さな戦いの神、無敗のまま王座へ。しかし膝の大怪我を抱えたまま新たなリング。青木、川尻、日本のツートップを前に不覚を取った。膝の怪我が癒えた今、闘神完全復活の時。
僕の目標はそこではないです。それは僕にとっては面白くないです。本当の武術家の人方たちは本当に黙々と自分の技を磨いているわけですから、勝つことすら目標ではなくて、生き残るためにどうするのか。
生きるために人たち切る。菊野勝則 VS JZ カルマ。
ただいまより本日の第6試合ライト級ワンマッチを行います。 And now for the sixth match、 青コーナーより JZ カルマン選手の入場です。
No, it's not a brand of underwear. It is the nickname of Gesias Cavalcante. Brings in a record of 14-3-1, 1 no contest. That was against Shinya Aoki. 5 wins by knockout, 7 by submission. This man who has never been finished in a mixed martial arts fight. But he's only fought once since April 2008, a decision loss to Kawajiri at Dream 9. Known for his guillotine choke, his strength, being a very big fighter for the lightweight division. Outstanding striker too. The 2006 and 2007 K1 Heroes Middleweight Tournament champion. He's beaten the likes of Shaolin, Karl, Hiroyuki Takaya, Michihiro, Omigawa. The question is, how will he handle coming back after a long break? How will his knees hold up? They have been the subject of many an operation, JC Kelvin. They're certainly holding up to his dancing at the moment. Good to see Mac Takano there in the corner and the rest of the team from ATT out of Coconut Creek in Florida. Jay-Z, one of the most likeable, most amicable guys on the circuit. Lovely human being. And this is going to be a real test for him against Kikuno. Does Jay-Z outstrike Kikuno? Well, he has the speed on Kikuno. You wonder if he has the power on Kikuno. Certainly he has the ground game and his submissions over Kikuno, but Kikuno is smart. Kikuno is cagey. Does Jay-Z have the wit? Does he have the smarts to cerebrally beat Kikuno? So many questions need to be answered in this fight.
赤コーナーより菊野勝則選手の入場です。
Also, big cheerio to a couple of people who have been tweeting us throughout the night. Raoul Duke, 4247. Big hello to you. I like anyone who's a Hunter Thompson fan. Big fan of the Gonzo myself. And also, big hello to the King Squid. Hope you're enjoying the show, guys. As Katsunori Kikuno makes his way out. I heart this entrance. He of the creepy smile, Katsunori Kikuno. Look at the zen-like focus on the face. The breathing that is being channeled from his diaphragm is known in karate as ibuki breathing. Especially prominent in Kyokushin karate. It was very much one of the symbols of Kyokushin's founder, the late Sosei Masoyama. He was very adept at ibuki breathing before he used to perform several feats of endurance and strength, including fighting bulls with his bare fist, knocking them out with one punch between the eyes and then shearing off their horns with a shuto strike or a knife hand strike. You will see the crescent kick of Kikuno. You will see the Gakuzuki, the reverse punch, the Chudansuki, the reverse punch in the midsection. He'll pull out the full repertoire, the Mawashigeri, the round kicks, the Maigeri, the front kicks, Yoshiro-geri, the back kicks, the Yoko-geri, the side kicks. But you'll wonder what he's got in his bag of tricks should this one go to the ground. Should Jay-Z end up on top of him or on his back? In both divisions, or both positions, Jay-Z is dominant, is capable. This one is a real toss-up. A bit of kata in the corner there from Katsunori Kikuno. As the referee calls them both to center ring. Certainly the toughest test yet.
This is dream roof
for Kikuno.
No headbutt upper neck. Okay? No headbutt.
Eddie Alvarez was a huge test for him.
No with ropes. Exciting fight. Exciting fight. Okay, check out.
He steps it up again here, I believe, in fighting Jay-Z. First round, 10 minutes. Second round, 5. Jay-Z, always an impressive physical specimen. Looks ready to rage out of his corner. His left instep and ankle is heavily bandaged. Looks like it's been mummified. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg with you, and the hands later, Hans Thompson. Look at Kikuno with his stance here. Trying to fire out those straight line punches. The forearms turned outwards to catch any kicks that Jay-Z may throw. Jay-Z more of a Western boxer stance. He's drifting off to his right, which is the way he wants to go, staying out of the way of the right hand of Kikuno. Kikuno flies in with a knee to the sternum. Jay-Z tries to tie him up, but it's some nice footwork so far from Kikuno. Kikuno's going to be careful though. He does tend to drop his hands, leave his jawline exposed. Nice knee to the midsection from Jay-Z.
A guy like Jay-Z needs to turn this into a real fight. Grab a hold, turn kind of a brawl. Grab a hold of Kikuno and just brawl him out, because if you let him stand on the outside like that, he's eventually going to catch you with something. And any one of his kicks or those punches could finish the fight.
All tied up like a pretzel over in the neutral corner. Jay-Z corks up the right thigh with a nice little knee. Referee calling for action here.
Break.
And he breaks both men. Very solid start to this semi-main event. Fantastic matchmaking here by Dream. Jay-Z just probing with that jab. Kikuno looking for the liver section. Uppercut from Kikuno. Jay-Z tries to fold him in half again with that knee.
Jay-Z's traditionally much bigger than all of his opponents, much stronger, bigger in size, and that helps out as the fight wears on. Slows the opponents down, but right now it kind of seems like Kikuno's kind of the same size. Pushing him around a little bit and kind of dictating the pace.
Jay-Z, another dream fighter we will see on Strike Force soon. Scott Coker is here ringside watching on. Sitting next to our own HDNet Fight CEO, Andrew Simon. Some good company. Good knee to the inside thigh there from Jay-Z. Referee gives a slap and a tickle, brings them both back to centre ring. Jay-Z shoots in for a single, gets the takedown, goes to side control, made it look easy.
Jeez,
that's a little bit of old school Jay-Z there.
Yeah, takedown pass, and it's weird because he's kind of stepping back into half guard. I don't know why he's stepping all the way over to the mount, but got his leg caught.
Gonna try and go for a guillotine. No, will he take the back here of Kikuno? Kikuno spins out back to centre ring. Crowd likes it.
Wow.
Nice work from Kikuno. A little bit of reddening just to the left eye of Kikuno. He's blinking quite heavily. May have received a bit of a thumb to the eye. Ooh, Jay-Z almost ate the knee there. He looked to shoot him for a single, was undecisive, and Kikuno almost caught him with that meet and greet.
Kikuno was so quick from a standing still position.
Good head movement there from Jay-Z.
Most guys have to be moving to be that fast to kind of get after it, get someone going in the right direction to hit him. Kikuno does just from standing there.
Big leg kick, just chomping down on that lead thigh. There's the kick to the liver from Kikuno. And he leans back like Fat Joe does Jay-Z. Tries to counter, doesn't work for him. Oh, liver shot! Wow! That'll make you pee all kind of colours tomorrow. And again from Kikuno, going for the liver of Jay-Z Kelvin. There is nothing quite so painful in the world of striking than a liver shot. And there was a clipping that took to the jawline. The stand-up is Kikuno's at the moment. Jay-Z wants him down on the ground, eats a knee to the sternum. Inside thigh kick from Jay-Z, looking at that femoral artery. Now he puts Kikuno on his back. Nice tight close guard here from Kikuno.
Great job. Good job now, but now in his position, he's got to kind of hold on for a second because this is Jay-Z's perfect position. He loves this spot, kind of wearing an opponent down before he can knock him out later on the feet or beat him up a little bit on the feet later. So, got to take his time in here.
Looking to pass is Jay-Z.
He makes it look so easy every time he does it.
He's worked his way to half guard here, Jay-Z. You hear Jay-Z breathing quite heavily there as Kikuno's got that left leg locked up at the moment, not allowing the Brazilian to pass. Hans Thompson, how popular has Kikuno become here in Japan? He made an explosion at Dream Team when he beat Andre Dita. He comes in as the deep champion, and it seems the fans of Dream have really taken to him.
Well, Michael, as you know, they're always looking for Japanese champions here, and he's really helped by the fact that he studies he's a practitioner of a traditional Japanese martial art in karate. He's a big darling of the MMA fans here in Japan now.
Two very likable men in center ring, two fantastic athletes. It's very hard to choose a winner. Jay-Z just giving a nice hand fist strike to the thigh. He goes to mount Kikuno. Still can't get there. Kikuno spins out back to his feet and fires a couple of uppercuts. That was nicely done from Kikuno.
That's twice that Kikuno's been able to evade Jay-Z on the bottom.
Kikuno backed up against the ropes, but so far he's had more escapes than an episode of Prison Break. Chance for the knees here. Kikuno trying to drop his weight down to his knee. The pie up the center with that one. That came close. Almost halfway through this round. Or under halfway through, I should say. Almost through this round. 3 minutes 50 remaining. Good knee to the inside thigh from Jay-Z. Referee moves him back to center ring. Will Kikuno go to town on that liver again? That cagey stance of his.
Oh.
Now it's Jay-Z in center ring. Kikuno just edges forward, a lot more flat-footed Kikuno, as most Kyokushin fighters are. They're very flat-footed in their stand-up. Don't really move around with the balls of their feet like a kickboxer would. Lead there from Jay-Z, and a nice trip takedown. Took out the leg. On top now, Kikuno inside there, half guard.
What a tough round to score. Both guys are going back and forth. Both guys are getting most down to positions. Let's see what Jay-Z can do from his position if he pops out.
Fantastic semi-main event. Jay-Z trying to get that legs up a little bit higher with the closed guard, but the referee says, let's move you back to center ring, boys. Keep it nice and clean. It will be Kikuno inside the closed guard of Jay-Z Calvin. All part of the Dream 15 action from here at the Saitama Super Arena. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg with you. Trying to utilise a rubber guard here, Jay-Z. Can he try and work it into maybe an omoplata or a shoulder lock?
Nice high guard.
Nice high guard indeed. He could try and turn this into something very special. Maybe look for a triangle nice and high here. No, puts the guard back lower again. Still a closed guard from Jay-Z. 2 minutes and 10 remaining. The Hanslater has grabbed the microphone.
Jay-Z's corner here, George Santiago in the corner telling him to look for a sweep.
Ooh, nice right hand there from Kikuno in the top position. Jay-Z again throws that leg up. Was maybe looking for an omoplata. Trying to lock up that right shoulder of Kikuno. He's keeping the head as close as he can to his chest. Now he shrugs him off and quickly springs to his feet as Jay-Z.
Jay-Z did a good job with that high guard, but Kikuno was doing a great job of keeping it countered, so Jay-Z had to get back to his feet to make any kind of motion happen. This is very tough to tell from here.
Jay-Z switching between orthodox and southpaw, now back to his preferred orthodox stance. Oh, liver kick there from Kikuno. It's such a dangerous technique to throw, also the liver kick, because you really do risk cracking your foot against your opponent's elbow if you mistime it or misjudge it. You can break your foot on a liver kick. Knee there from Kikuno. Jay-Z back to his feet once more. Under 60 seconds remaining here in the first, a 10-minute opening marathon round. All through the ropes. Referee's got to break them here, and he does. A little bit of reddening on the forehead there of Jay-Z, nothing to worry him.
You can't give Kikuno any space. You got to get inside of him the whole time to try to pin this thing off. Kikuno's doing a good job of holding his ground, but staying just outside of Jay-Z's punches and then counter-kneeing or counter-kicking right after.
Jay-Z switches to southpaw and gets a body shot for his troubles. He telegraphed that right hand. The jab just fell short. 18 seconds remaining. Does Kikuno have maybe one more shot to the liver left? We saw him against Hironaka last time. Liver kick and punch KO. It was a beautiful combination. Tries to throw a knee to the breadbasket against the ropes. Not happening though for Kikuno. Little propping right hand as we go to the towels.
Wow, look to me right there at the end. Jay-Z caught a straight left hand right down the center and snapped his head back.
The cameraman in front of me, who is filming the corner of Jay-Z, has a t-shirt on that says on the back, strangely, "Nothing but Sausage Tour 2006. Nothing but sausage, Frank.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
Yeah.
Nice
Either way,
fight,
what is Kikuno doing right? What is Jay-Z doing right or wrong in the first round there, Frank?
Well, Kikuno's doing what he's doing right is he's staying patient. Kikuno's staying on the outside. He's staying just outside Jay-Z's punches. Every time he gets taken down, he battles right back. He doesn't concede any position. He just stands there. Jay-Z had flashes of excellence where he was making it a brawl. He was digging inside, chasing him down, making Kikuno have to fight. Kikuno wants to be on the outside like most karate guys do. You can't let him be on the outside. You got to get inside. You have to get after him a little bit. And Jay-Z's biggest problem he's having is when he gets the dominant position on top, Kikuno's getting out. So Jay-Z, the next time he takes him down, has to hold him down and get in a better position. So he's able to get a couple punches in, a little more ground and pound him.
Final instructions in the corner here of JZ Kelvin. Kikuno looked very good for most of the first round. Maybe just needs to get a little bit more aggression behind him. JZ is very eager to come out of his corner. Referee just pushing him back to wipe him off a little here. A little bit too much water and some excess vas around the forehead. Second round. JZ's guard up very high again. Nice counter left hook as Kikuno came in. Inside thigh kick, missed the target. Overhand right was nicely timed from JZ. And there's a liver kick from Kikuno. JZ takes him down inside the half guard.
And now what can he do with him from here? He's taken him down a couple times before, but he's gotten right back up to his feet. He's got to get to a better position, past the guard, get at least a half guard, start raining down some blows.
You see the kanji on the arm there of JZ. It actually translates as love family. Very big family man, JZ Kelvin. Shoulder thrust there from the Brazilian, trying to mount. He gets there.
Wow, easy too. Didn't even have any resistance on it at all. Just stepped right over. Now what's he going to do?
Corner's telling him to punch him.
Smart corner.
We're looking to reverse here. Kikuno, but no, JZ's mount very high now.
JZ needs to arc up just a little bit, get a little bit of space. Start punching.
Kikuno gives his back. Not where you want to be against it. Choke out master. Kikuno may be in trouble here. He's trying to pry that arm free. You see the female in the background biting her nails nervously, as all the fans are here in Saitama. Kikuno may be in trouble. But no, he's so far pushing that arm out of trouble.
You see how his chin's tucked underneath the arm. He's fine. There's no danger here right now. But now with that body triangle put on there, as they start squeezing a little bit, start taking away some of the air, it's going to be tougher and tougher to breathe. The longer JZ holds him here, the less energy he's going to have when he gets out of here. Kikuno's in a lot of trouble.
Referee's calling for action. You see again the referee calling for action. He wants JZ to try and improve this position.
He doesn't need to. He's in a perfect position.
Exactly.
This is a great spot. He's a dominating position. He can stay here all day long. There's no way for Kikuno to do anything from here.
Oh, JZ looking for a heel kick. Locks in that body triangle again. It'll make it very hard for Kikuno to breathe. JZ's still got a long time. 2 minutes 30 remaining to try and find a submission for the Brazilian. JZ just popping his head up to get the instructions from his corner. Nice heel kick. That was high up on the stomach. Cinch on that body triangle again, perhaps here. JZ trying to reset for a rear naked choke. Kikuno looks very relaxed.
He always does. I think this is his demeanor, even though he's got to be under pressure right now. He's got a body triangle on. He's got one of the best rear naked submission guys on you right now from behind.
JZ trying to get some shots off. He's known for his guillotine choke in particular. 7 submissions in his 14 career victories for JZ Kelvin. Still through the ropes here. Kikuno just trying to control that left arm. Ooh, and a slapping punch to the side of the head. As if JZ saying, get your ass back in here.
He's high now. He's going to start getting shaken off. He's got to get him down. He's got to get Kikuno flat on his back. He's doing a great job of keeping a nice tight position.
JZ just all over him here. Kikuno still looking relaxed but not doing anything, just defending. It won't score for Kikuno. It's been mostly JZ in this round.
JZ going to free one of his hands and start punching. He doesn't need to keep both hands around his head. Just take the other hand and start punching a little bit, force him to move. Kikuno's got to get those legs broken. He can't let that body triangle stay on him.
The crowd now chanting for Kikuno. Can they rally him on? Can Kikuno hulk up and escape here? 30 seconds remains. Jay-Z trying to slap on the submission. He's going to loosen him up a bit more. The aggression here from the Brazilian.
His aggressive behavior might make the switch. He might get popped out of here.
15 seconds on the clock. It'll be a triumphant return for Jay-Z. Kikuno, who looks so confident, so good in the stand-up, but on the ground, it was Jay-Z world. Does Kikuno have one final salvo? No. He pumps the fist into the air, gives praise to the big man upstairs. And Jay-Z should take this one on the scorecards, Frank.
I believe so, too. I think he did such a good job. He maintained the entire pace, put him in definite positions where he didn't want to be in. Kikuno stayed patient, stayed calm, but this wasn't enough to beat a guy like Jay-Z.
Good sportsmanship there. Kikuno's career in Dream continues to swing back and forth. Dita win, Alvarez loss, Hironaka win, maybe Jay-Z loss coming up here. Bigelow also to one of my favourite mixed martial arts reporters, Michael David Smith on MMAfighting.com. Bigelow to you, Mr. MDS. Hope you're enjoying the show as always. Fantastic coverage of mixed martial arts. So we await the decision. Our three judges at Dream always score as an overall fight. They never score round by round. First judge for Jay-Z.
Judge Kobayashi. Kikuno.
One for Kikuno.
Judge Mizuno. Karl.
Yes, Jay-Z takes a split decision. Elation for the Brazilians. Devastation for Kikuno. Mactakano there, who very impressively to me was actually in the TV series Twin Peaks back in the day. Mactakano, there's a bit of trivia for you. Found her body wrapped in plastic. This one is showered in gold for Jay-Z tonight. What a moment for the Brazilian back in the winner's circle. And folks, coming up next, the one we've all been waiting for. Shinya Aoki defends the title against the Crusher, Kawajiri.
試合させてください。お願いします。もう試合しないとやってるんです。
倒し合い、強くなる、壊し合い、響き合う、決着じゃない、始まりだ。君はチャンピオンなんだから、そんなに簡単に泣くな。青木真也。
森選手も好きだし、川尻選手も好きだし、僕は末っ子なんで、一番やりたいようにやらせてもらってて。
彼はとても弱い人間である。戦いの前は逃げ出したくなるような恐怖を人一倍背負う。だからリングの外では奔放な言動を、リング上では狂気を見せる。
精一杯頑張ってきます。
勝って泣き、負けて泣く。
負けた方はあまりにも失うものを大きい大将戦。
王者になった。追い詰められた。
気が狂いそうになりますよ。いつ解放されるんだっていう気持ちは正直あるし。
ドリームの存在価値をかけた全米進行。
このままじゃダメだ。このままじゃ今だの活動終わる。
きつい試合、きついシチュエーションが多かったと思いますね。でもそれをやっぱりこう踏み出す自分というか。
それでも進め。
死ぬほどきついっすよ。ありがとうって言えるんですよね。僕はやっぱりプライド潰れてよかったと思ってるし、
前へ進め。
強く座ってくれること、ありがたいというか、ありがとうって言えるように。
友達が憧れるかどうか、青木真也には厳しいんじゃないかな。だから俺は勝つしかないんだ。KO で。
挑戦者川尻達也。
俺も挑戦受けてくれるように検討します。
7月10日が終わってみれば、ストライクフォースも、プライドも全部俺はドリームのチャンピオンになるためのストーリーの一つだったってなるんじゃないかなって思ってます。
辛く長い道のり、歩いてきたのはお前だけじゃない。
悔しいけどまた頑張りたいと思いますんで。
このリングを背負い戦い、悔しい思いをしてきたのはお前だけじゃないんだ。かっこ悪くても泥まみれでも戦い続ける。川尻達也は愚直な男である。
やられて、川尻さん勝った瞬間に俺が負けれないってプレッシャーです。
ヒールホールドでアルバレスに一本勝ち。
だけど勝ってほしいとは思ったけど、あんな圧勝してほしい。宮古さん、宮古さん、
戦いどっかで負けろっていう気持ちを持ってる。
微妙なね。そうそうそう。
ありますよね。
あるね。
ライバルってそういうもんですよ。
気をつけろ。マジ一回スタンドでスタンドっていい。
まあ戦友っていう言葉に近いかな。2007年のツアンで、ね、泣きそうな、もう逃げ出したいような辛い1年を耐えれたのは、それはもう本当青木だったり石田君のおかげだと思う。
好きだけど嫌いです。やっぱ兄弟同士って仲悪いじゃないですか。そういう感じですよね。まあプライドっていう同じ親父から生まれたもんだから、
ずっと共に戦ってきた、そういう感傷に浸るのはもう今で終わり。
今愛してるのはドリームかなっていう。
卒業でしょ。今の僕は一生懸命生きれてるし、
俺だったら世界で勝負できるって俺だけは絶対信じてる。そんな簡単になくなる。
兄弟喧嘩だから絶対負けたくないでしょ。
倒す、世界を倒すために夢を倒して強くなる。もう一度日本人が夢を見ることができる。そんな戦いをしようじゃないか。ドリームライト級タイトルマッチ、王者青木真也、挑戦者川尻達也。
ただいまよりドリーム15、本日の最終試合、ドリームライト級タイトルマッチを行います。
And now for the Dream Lightweight Title Match.
青コーナーより川尻達也選手入場。
Tatsuya Kawajiri, known as the Crusher. Epic ground and pound artist. Magnificent rear leg round kick. Very heavy hands. And you know he can bench press 300 pounds. Listen to that ovation. 25-5-2, 10 wins by knockout, 6 by submission. Has won 8 of his last 10. The former Shuto welterweight champion who defeated Shaolin for the title. He's also beaten the likes of Eads Edwards, Charles Crazy Horse Bennett, Yuki the Handsome, JT. As a child, he wanted to be a pro baseball player. He even wrote an essay once declaring he'd be the #1 draft pick for the Tokyo Giants. Now, he is one of the giants of Japanese mixed martial arts. Has long expressed his frustration at not getting a title shot. Now the time has finally come. Is it in the destiny of Kawajiri to become the lightweight champion of Dream? Said of his opponent Aoki, a man shouldn't cry so easily. It's embarrassing. And certainly Aoki is a man who cries more than Chris Brown and a Michael Jackson tribute. Bounds into the ring, does Kawajiri. The Crusher is ready to crush the Bucker Survivor.
赤コーナーより青木真也選手入場。
There is no middle ground with Shinya Aoki. You either love the former policeman or you hate the former policeman. There's nobody really who is so-so on Aoki. Everybody has an opinion on Shinya Aoki here. Tomokan, the master of the flying submissions as he's known. The Bucker Survivor. Bucker translates as stupid or idiotic. 23-5, 1 no contest, 14 wins via submission. And some of those submissions have been among the most crazy in mixed martial arts history. Particularly that reverse Gogoplata, the Aoki Plata he pulled out right here against Nagata on one of the earlier dream shows. He's beaten Eddie Alvarez, JC Calvin, Yakin Hansen twice, Shaolin, Hirota, who he broke his arm here in Saitama at New Year's Eve Dynamite. A self-confessed fighting sports geek who actually has a bookshelf at home that is full of textbooks about judo, wrestling and sambo. Was actually fired from his job teaching beginner and children's classes at Palestra Kasei due to his antics after breaking Hirota's arm at Dynamite. Very controversial. Not only breaking Hirota's arm, but also flipping the double bird to Hirota and all and sundry ringside. He said in interviews that none other than Kazushi Sakuraba told him that the belt will be a real burden after he won the title, and certainly everybody is queued up to take a crack at the champion Aoki. Described his feelings towards Kawajiri as love and hate, like a sibling rivalry. Now you've got to figure it leans more on the hateful side than any sort of love.
Please stand for the Japanese national anthem.
独唱はロンドンのクラブシーンを賑わすなど日本だけでなく海外でも活躍されているレマさんです。
君が
Many a peacock died to bring you that headdress.
続きまして認定宣言です。笹原イベントプロデューサーお願いいたします。
認定宣言。ただいまから行われます青木真也選手対川尻達也選手の試合は7月9日ルールディレクター立ち会いのもと厳正なる計量の結果両選手ともに規定体重を満たし心身ともに万全であると認められました。よって本試合をドリームライト級タイトルマッチと認定します。2010年7月10日ドリームイベントプロデューサー笹原圭一。
続いて青木真也選手よりドリームライト級チャンピオンベルトの返還です。今笹原イベントプレゼントの手にベルトが返還されました。
Final instructions in the corner. Kitaoka in the corner there with Aoki. Ishida in the corner with Kawajiri.
これよりドリームライト級タイトルマッチを行います。赤は171センチ 70.0 キログラムチャレンジャー川尻達也。
I have to say, Hans, it's been quite a while since we've heard such a vocal crowd at Dream events. They are really into it here and split right down the center.
Absolutely, like you said, there's a lot of people on both sides of this. Particularly Aoki arouses really strong feelings, either of love or hate, in Japanese people as well.
All is in readiness for this championship bout. Shinya Aoki, the defending lightweight champion of Dream. The challenger, the crusher, Tatsuya Kawajiri. First round will be 10 minutes long. Second round will be 5 minutes long. It will be Kawajiri trying to keep it standing for as long as he can. Working those heavy hands, working that wicked round kick. If it goes to ground, he wants to be on top. Sit inside the half guard and ground and pound. It'll be Aoki looking to bring him down and lock on a leg lock on a choke, lock on an armbar. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg and Hans Thompson with you. Aoki in southpaw stance. He shoots in early for a single. The Kawajiri scrambles. Aoki looking up the leg. Not what Kawajiri wanted.
He's got his heel caught. He's got to turn. He's got to keep spinning out of it. He's in a bad way right now. Kawajiri is. He's almost in a full calf crush.
One of the best submission artists in the world is doing his thing in the ring again. Oh my! Kawajiri could be in a whole lot of bother.
See, he has the top of his foot caught, so he can't get his foot out of there. He's extending the top of the foot fully out.
Is he going to tap? Is it finished for Kawajiri? He heel kicks the face. He heel kicks the chest. Epic moments in the opening 60 seconds of this main event. And look at Aoki like a leech. He won't let go. How taste my feet. This is what Aoki does so well. Kawajiri cannot play this game, surely. What a sight here. Aoki just twisting and turning.
Aoki's got to get his feet crossed the top of Kawajiri, get him locked in there so he can't get his hips away any further. And Kawajiri's going to start kicking his legs out to get his foot out of that armpit. He's caught him in a deep bag.
Ishida's screaming, you can get it out, you can get it out.
A grimace from Kawajiri. Aoki relax and look at the lever. That's good night, Irene. That's good night, Irene. That's good night, Irene. Aoki did it as Aoki does. Another thrilling submission. Wow. Kawajiri's ankle, his foot in a very bad way here. Aoki did it. And Frank, he did it easy.
Yeah, he made it look simple. I mean, there was almost nothing to it. Shot him for a takedown. Knew he was going to get countered on a takedown. Really rolled into a foot lock. That turned into a calf crunch that turned back into a foot lock.
A huge welt under the left eye of Aoki. He might have taken one shot from those heel kicks to the face. His fists are raised above his head. Emotions are spilling over here in the audience in Saitama. You cannot believe the atmosphere here, folks. It is amazing. Shinya Aoki has proven once again that he is the #1 in Japanese mixed martial arts. At the expense tonight Kawajiri, who is still laid out. As Aoki climbs the ropes and salutes the crowd. He didn't even raise a sweat, Frank.
Well, here comes the problem, though. On the ranking scale, 7-8, 7 wins, so the rankings are correct. Stylistically, though, Aoki got destroyed by Gil Melendez. We were hoping with a Kawajiri win, the Japanese would go back over and fight again in Strikeforce and would have a better matchup with Melendez by using Kawajiri. But obviously, Aoki destroys Kawajiri. Now we have the best guy in Japanese martial arts in the weight class. Can't cross overseas to fight in America at all because he just got beat. So it becomes, once again, for Japanese mixed martial arts, kind of a quadrant.
Shinya Aoki doing the rounds here. A huge moment for him, not only defending the lightweight strap as Kawajiri is still laid out here. And Aoki takes the microphone. This was a win that he needed. This was as impressive as Aoki has ever been.
Said here, this is the end of Pride. He said, I'm really happy that everyone came here to watch us and that Kawajiri came and gave it his best. I'm gonna get married.
Wow.
Since the beginning of Dream, we've been together. I always wanted to make her happy, but
future Mr. Aoki.
Now we're gonna get married.
Wow. So a sense of romance headed to Dream here tonight.
I'm gonna put Dream on my shoulders. I'm gonna make everybody happy, so come along with me.
He has promised that before. The promise was derailed against Melendez. But is Aoki truly back now, and will he get another crack on US soil? That is the question. The lightweight strap will be placed around his waist again. He remains the champion with an ultra-impressive submission, Frank.
What a great submission. I mean, he stuck with it the whole time. As I said earlier, he knew he wasn't going to be able to get that takedown. He immediately shot for that takedown to stop other action from happening. Gets reversed out in the middle of his shot and is able to finish everything off.
You see in the background the white coach, the ringside physicians, they had to carry Kawajiri. You see it there backstage. His heel, his ankle is completely screwed up.
We're now going to wait for the report, which won't happen until tomorrow morning, to find exactly what he tore in it. But Kawajiri fought it for as long as he could, but I can guarantee you that he popped a couple of ligaments in there for sure.
What did he do wrong, Frank?
First of all, he didn't have that sense of urgency. As soon as Aoki grabs a hold of anything, starts wrapping his arms and his legs around it, he has to immediately start kicking away, twisting away, trying to get it all the way out and away from his grip. He should have been a little more patient and started throwing a lot more uppercuts and haymakers to keep Aoki from getting that shot on it. You can see the foot start to rotate back and out. That's the ankle getting twisted the opposite way. So, I mean, that was definitely getting something popped in him for sure. And it's unfortunate for Kawajiri because he has the skill, he has the strength. He just didn't have the proper game plan like Gilbert Melendez did when he fought Aoki. Kawajiri didn't put that kind of game plan into effect for his style against Aoki tonight.
Kawajiri will be ruining this day for a long time to come. He'll look back on it, he'll reflect on it, and think he fell completely into the Aoki trap. He was ensnared by Aoki, and there's a loving embrace. Aoki announcing he's going to get married. The dream strap over his shoulder once more. Aoki is a very proud champion. But some very emotional words there, Hans. I mean, Aoki's saying Pride died tonight.
Well, the whole storyline was about how they both came from Pride, and that's what he was saying, is that kind of wrapped everything up.
So a lot of emotion just overflowing here in Saitama. It's interesting that most of the crowd is still here. They haven't left. They want more of Aoki on the microphone, and it seems they may get it.
Said I forgot to say it, but I'm gonna fight Melendez again in April. Actually, I'm sorry about that. He said in September in Nagoya.
Oh, he's going to fight him here. Dream, September 25. Dream 16. Epic, Frank.
Wow,
Epic.
it's a great night.
Wow.
All right.
I cannot wait for that. My word, September 25. We'll be there live. Things just got real once again in Dream, Franco Trigo.
Yeah, I like this. Let's see what happens now. And hopefully Gilbert, can keep the same game plan and make it work effectively again like he did the first time.
It caps a marvelous night here at Dream 15. 7 fights on the card, all of them were entertaining. There were no boring moments at all here. Dream 14 was absolutely epic, one of the best shows of the year, and tonight again we have seen an amazing spectacle. Thrilling main event submission as we go through the winners. And have a look at that, all of them came from the red side of the draw, bar Jay-Z Kelvin. Aoki submitting Kawajiri. Kelvin decisioning Kikuno. Mousasi looking very over-emish with a very quick and aggressive guillotine standing on Jake O'Brien. Mizuno shocking us all, defeating Melvin Manhoef. Omigawa made hard work, but eventually did the job over young Jung. Mitsuhiro Ishida, the endless one, was too good for TJ Daiki. And Katsuhiro Nakamura defeated a game psycho Karl Amoussou. Frank, looking back over tonight's card, your highlights here tonight?
Well, obviously, I love it when the underdog wins every time. So Mizuno beating Manhoef for me was a big night. And I was really impressed by young Juno, who really weren't expecting, Jung wasn't supposed to do anything, but yet he did. He did really good against Omigawa. He did eventually get caught, but he showed a lot more heart than we thought he was going to show. He was set to be a tomato can for that first fight, but I'm really impressed by Ishida. He finally came back in and showed that he deserves to be at the lower weight class. He needs to push his pace a little bit higher against top guy.
As Aoki walks back to the change rooms, and his fiancée will join him. Hey, maybe we can get a job treat as the MCs at Aoki's wedding. What do you think?
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be a great wedding announcer.
I'd love to call that.
That'd be fantastic, right? Hire us as MC for your wedding, Shinya. That'd be great. We're there. But you know what? A fantastic night, Frank. Dream 14, as I said last time, was extraordinary in the white cage. Tonight, again, a very highly entertaining. I mean, every fight, there was no sleep up. There was no boring moments.
Even the ones that were supposed to be boring and supposed to be like easy to win for the opponent to come and just destroy his opponent, they actually became very game, became very fighting. So it was good.
A few upsets on the card. I mean, not a lot of people gave Nakamura a chance against Amoussou. Omigawa was meant to beat Jung Sam, but actually made a very hard work of Sam, who was game, he was valiant, as all Japanese, all Korean fighters are there, have huge hearts. But Gegard Mousasi, what do you make of him? I mean, Jake O'Brien to me was no great opponent. He came in fat, he came in horrible looking, had nothing really to offer. But when have we seen Mousasi really that aggressive? I mean, he locked on that standing guillotine. He just wanted to snap his head off.
I think he's a guy that would learn from his loss. And learn from the big flaw in his game is the fact that he didn't have any kind of wrestling skill when the wall beat him up. So he had to go in there and try to figure out how to defeat it, how to become better at it. And fortunately, he worked out very well. And then it's not his fault that Jake O'Brien wasn't game. It's not his fault that Jake O'Brien came in and not ready to fight. Gegard was ready to fight. He fought and did it very well. And then just proved that, you got to be ready to fight every guy every single time, because Jake just wasn't, and Gegard was, and that's how it went.
Well, folks, there you have it. Dream 15 is in the history books. Dream 16, September 25 in Nagoya. We've seen tonight that the crazy little gremlin, Karl will be back in action. And we've seen Shinya Aoki is going to rematch Gil Melendez. Going to be epic. Franco Trigu, as always, brother, fantastic to be here with you ringside. Michael Chavello, on behalf of all the crew at HDNet and here at Dream and right around the world, it's good night from us.